Diamond Miner Mom. Flippin' heck. 12 months. 12 months. How has it been a year, right? Well, cat's out of the bag now, guys. Part of the announcement, I mean, those of you guys that are in my Discord already know this from my post, technically this morning, I guess. It was really, it was like, what time did I post that? I'm curious now. Oh, you know, only 4 a.m. No big deal. But, yeah, guys, Wednesday, it's 2 days. 2 days from now. 1 year as an affiliate. How's it been a year? How's it been a year? But seriously though, Diamond Miner, thank you so much for the year of support. You haven't missed a month. Wow. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you want to hang around for a whole year and subscribed the whole time, no less. Auto bill. That does make it handy to not forget. Keeps the old noodle from having to do its job, which, if you're anything like me, helps massively. Because if I had to rely on this thing, nothing would ever get done. Nothing would ever be remembered. But yeah, 1 year on Wednesday. Why is this freaking mic stand so wobbly today? Can you see it jiggling? Look at it jiggling. Why is it so wobbly? It's not usually this wobbly. Anyway, it snuck up on me. It really did sneak up on me. I just realized it this weekend when Griffin did his. I'm like, oh wait, that reminds me, mine is right after his. And I checked, and sure enough, it's Wednesday. So vastly unprepared as per usual. Again, relying on this old thing. This thing doesn't work so good anymore. So the celebratory stream, unfortunately, is not going to be this week. I could have made it tonight, but again, literally zero notice. Nobody would come, and I want people to be here. I'm not expecting nothing. I just hope people come and hang out and keep me company, because when the stream does hit next week, which, by the way, that reminds me. I think, I know Diamond Miner Mom, I know you are. If there's anybody else that's lurking, if you're not already in my Discord group, make sure you click the first link there and join the Discord group. Check the announcements tab. There is a poll up right now to pick which day next week we do this stream. Because I want to make sure as many people as possible are able to come. So obviously, whichever day gets the most votes is going to win. And if that means the people that voted for the other day can't make it, I understand. I mean, but I need to I want to make sure the most people possible can be there. So that means whichever gets more votes, unfortunately. I would love it that everybody can just pick the same. I would love it if the same day worked for absolutely everybody. That would be ideal. Obviously, either day works for me. It's either going to be next Monday or next Friday, because, like I said, we're going to have... I never got to that part, did I? No, I interrupted myself. Anyway, for this celebratory stream, we're going to be doing some community games. I'm hoping for Among Us, but since Among Us, you kind of need a minimum amount of people for it to be fun. We'll see if there's going to be enough people for Among Us. If there's not enough people for Among Us, I will see about other games that we can play as a community. I know there's that marbles game. Maybe we can just do words on stream, or there's a game called Crab Game. It's based off the show Squid Game, and you can have up to 40 people, but there's no minimum number. and it's completely free, and it doesn't take a lot of computer resources to run. It's a potato-y kind of game. You don't need much at all. It's not high res or anything. It's really fun. It's been a while since I played it, but it's really, really fun. Depending on, again, how many people, depending on which people, maybe we do some Phasmo, if it's mostly the Phasmo group that's here. Obviously, Phasmo, you can only have up to 4 people. Jen, welcome in. You were in an ad, I'm sorry. But yes, Jen, community games. Well, technically, Wednesday is my 1-year Twitch affiliate anniversary. Wednesday, 2 days from now. But my brain being my brain, it snuck up on me. Oh my good lord. Diamond Miner Mom gifting a sub to Jennifer Red. Diamond Miner Mom, thank you so much for that. Getting the party started a little early. Getting the party started a little early. But thank you so much for that, Diamond Miner Mom. I appreciate it. But yeah, Jen, it snuck up on me. So, Derpy Me doesn't have anything planned for this week. I couldn't do it today because 0 notice. Nobody would come. And this Friday would be a bad day for me. Sarah has a weird shift on Friday. So, I already may have to cancel movie night this Friday as it is. And I don't want to do that. The whole point of this, we're going to do community games. The celebratory stream is going to be next week. I have up in my Discord right now in the announcements channel. Speaking of stream elements, perfectly timed with that auto message. Perfectly timed with that auto message. If you're not already in my Discord, the first link there will take you there. In the announcements channel, there is a poll asking which day next week, either Monday or Friday next week, would be best for you guys to be able to come and hang out, play some community games, or just watch if you don't want to play the games, that's fine. And then after stream, as per usual on a Monday or Friday, we're going to have a movie night, and I've in my movie night channel in the Discord, which you have to be in that channel to see it right now. For that night, I'm going to make that channel public to the whole Discord, so everybody can watch, even if they don't have that role. But in that channel, I asked the current group to list some fun movies that literally anyone can enjoy, PG or less, because I know some people in the Discord, one person specifically in my brain, I don't want to shout him out just for that, but one person specifically, and I'm sure there's others, they don't care for the strong language, and they probably don't care for like the gory stuff or over stimulating kind of stuff like that. So I wanted it to be a movie that literally everyone can enjoy, regardless. It doesn't have to be like a kiddie movie, like an old school Disney movie that's rated G. It doesn't have to be literally that, tame. But I just want it to be a fun movie that's like, obviously most movies are enjoyable if you like those kind of things. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. A fun movie that everybody can enjoy it. Cars is a good one. Diamond, I know you're in the watch party. Throw that in the planning channel, please. Add it, because we're gonna make one big list out of all these fun movies. Oh, you already did. I haven't looked since I posted that earlier. Well, I did, but I haven't looked since I replied to that post. Yeah, Poke Catch. I'm kind of mad. Kabutops was one of my favorites, and it got away right at the beginning. Emperor's New Groove. Jen, I think you're in the Discord, aren't you? Jen, you're in the Discord, aren't you? I think you are. Yeah, you are. Do you have the watch party role? You do not. That's what it is. Friday is busy for you? Well, in the announcements channel, pick Monday. Whichever day wins out. Whichever day wins out. I would love it for absolutely everyone to make it. But I'll be going with whichever day has the most votes. But don't not vote because the day you need is losing already. Or, you know, I mean, because if everybody did that, then who knows? Maybe the day that you need would have won if everybody that wanted it didn't vote because Friday had more votes. I mean, I think the most votes right now is for both days, so it doesn't matter at the moment. Right now, either day is fine. Hate the run, but you need to get back to getting your house ready for 40 people. My lord. Diamond, thank you so much. Have a good party, I'm assuming. Thank you so much for this resubscription for 12 freaking months. And thank you again for the gift sub to Jen. I really appreciate it. Yeah, next Friday. It's going to be next week, Jen. Next week. Either next Monday or next Friday. Because like I said, your kid graduates this Friday. Nice. But yeah, like I said, my old noodle was unprepared. And we can all thank Kat. Kat gave me the idea for doing the... Because I was like... I literally right after stream last night, I whispered Kat on Twitch. I was like... It's like, my affiliate stream is this week and I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't thought about it yet. And she was like... I was like, do you have any ideas? And she's like, you can do community games. I'm like... Brilliant! Why didn't my stupid brain think of that? So I'm hoping for some Among Us. But Among Us, that's a minimum of 4 people, which I'm hoping we can have that. But really, to make it fun, Among Us really needs at least 6. 4 people, while is technically the minimum, it's just not fun with only 4 people. You really need 6. 7 is really as low as you is. 6 will do in a pinch, but 7 is preferable. So if we have enough, I'd love to do some Among Us. If we don't have enough or whatever, you know, that's fine. Maybe we can do marbles. Maybe we can do words on stream. I mentioned Crab Game. It's like the show Squid Game, but like cartoony and fun, and it's free. And you can have up to 40 people. I don't expect to have 40 people here. But Pix, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? We're just discussing plans for next week. Because since you're just joining us, Pix, my 1-year Twitch affiliate stream, or Twitch affiliate anniversary, that's the word I was looking for, is Wednesday. But you're feeling a bit dumb. Well, you want me to cheer you up? Want to hear how dumb I am? My Twitch affiliate anniversary is Wednesday, and it snuck up on me until literally Saturday. And I didn't plan anything for this week, and now I have to wait until next week to do it because I'm dumb and didn't plan. So now I'm trying to scramble to get everything planned in 1 week. The plan at the moment, in the Discord, in the announcements channel, there's a poll for which day next week would be best, either next Monday or next Friday. I'm hoping we can do some community games. Among Us is hopeful, if there's enough people. That's not forgetting the iron pickaxe is a no when picking up your ender chest. Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. Pix, are you're on the server here, right? I got plenty of ender chests for you if you need one. You need one? I have plenty. I have plenty. Looky. I got a whole bunch. I've done that too. I've absolutely done that too. But anyway, Pix, in the Discord, in the announcements channel, make sure you vote on which day is best, or if both is fine, there's an option for that as well. I will be picking whichever day ends up getting the most votes. because I need in the sense that if we're going to be playing community games, obviously the more the merrier. Obviously the more the merrier, period. But I want to make sure as many people as possible are able to attend. So if that means that some people, like say Friday wins, I haven't looked. Let's just say Friday wins. If that means that people that picked Monday can't make it, that sucks, but that's the way it has to be because more people were going to be able to be here Friday. And I want as many people to be here as possible because I will always want more people to be here because I love hanging out with you guys. Just like Griffin said, you know, the chat, like this is it. Chatting with you guys, you work all day Friday and Monday. Bummer. Pix, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm gonna miss you, but I absolutely get it. Real life's gotta come first. As always, real life's gotta come first. But that's the plan. Hopefully Among Us, if there's enough people. If not, I will try to be, I'll be looking for alternatives throughout the week for other games we can play as a community that are free and that you can run on basically a potato. Either way, you hope all end up having all the fun. I appreciate it, Pix. I appreciate it. But that's the plan. Oh, and also after the stream, we're going to be doing a movie watch party. I'm going to be opening the watch party channel to the entire Discord just for that night. That way nobody has to grab that role just to come watch. You know, everybody will be able to watch. Stitch, welcome in. How you doing? I slept for you. But in the channel right now, I made sure to ask. I wanted a movie that's fun that anybody can enjoy, regardless. I wanted to make sure, you know, not overly violent, not over the top with the swearing, because I know there's some people in here that don't care for swearing at all. So I wanted it to be a movie that literally anyone can enjoy. I want the most people there as possible, because I just want to hang out with all you guys for like probably 5 hours. That's probably all the longer, because it's just going to be my normal stream length. I'll be starting at my normal 6:30. Hopefully no nonsense like tonight happened where dinner was late getting going. Gotta go check laundry, then you'll hop back in and get the chest. Okay, Pix, I'll be here. I'll be here the rest of the night. At least the next 3 hours for sure. But I was saying something about the stream. Oh, right, the movie. I want it to be a fun movie that everybody can enjoy, regardless of, you know, just a fun movie. So it'll be my normal stream time, 6:30. We'll go to around 10 o'clock, probably, and then we'll just hop over to the Discord, and we'll get the movie started, and then we'll cap off the night with a nice, fun movie. A normal Monday or Friday for me, but having all of you guys here is what's going to make it extra special. Especially since we're going to be playing community games and we can all play together. Is the ferry station okay where it is? Absolutely. I loved it. It's in the perfect spot. Perfect spot. I couldn't have picked a more perfect spot. That's a nice place. The nice little cove there. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yeah, that's the plan. Community games followed by movie night. And everybody will be able to join movie night. I'm going to be opening up the watch party channel to the whole Discord for that night, so nobody has to grab the role if they don't already have it. And then after that night, didn't seem like a building should be there. Right, yeah. Anything that... I'm probably going to end up trimming these two roads off, and I'll probably end up making this whole edge forested, kind of like the other side of the river, except not jungle like that. In fact, Jen, if you were so inclined, if you wanted to kind of blend what you have going on over here to make that path to connect us up, because we've ever since I started this, we've been talking about connecting our bases up with a path or a road or whatever. If you were so inclined, if you wanted to do your whole thing along this riverbank here, I wouldn't object to that at all. That's up to you though. No pressure. If you don't want to, that's fine. But that way it kind of blends our bases together, since like your base literally is right on the other side of the riverbank, which is all of what, 15 blocks at the most right there. So on my side, yeah, I will probably right here, I'm going to be removing this road. I'll probably end up removing these two as well. And I'll probably end up removing these two right here. And then all of this can be another park or just, you know, green space, you know, gardens or whatever. So if you kind of wanted to like build like a little walking bridge or something to connect like where that path ends. I know you said you wanted it to be a ferry, so we can just leave it as a ferry station, but like just have your kind of pathway kind of thing going on over here. At least like right here around that ferry station at the minimum, since that'll make it more cohesive. It'll be like where your base dips down and just goes into my area here. So it's like literally it's where our bases smash together. Phrasing. I heard it as soon as it came out of my mouth, and I'm sorry. but you guys know what I'm saying, though. You guys know what I'm saying, though. Good grief. I've been watching a lot of Griffin this weekend. Can you tell? Oh, my God. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to next week and hanging out with you guys for a few hours and playing games with you guys for a few hours. Pix, when you get over here, just let me know, and I'll get one out for you. Well, what do you say we get busy on tonight's work? Oh, it's raining. Of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be raining? Anyway, let me show you all the work I've done since last Tuesday, because Friday I ended up streaming Phasmophobia. I know all of you guys saw this yesterday in the tour, but the street lamps, I appreciate it, Jen. I absolutely appreciate it. Make sure you vote so which day is best. Keep it, like I said, keep in mind, the streams will be my normal start time of 6:30. You already did? Okay. Thanks, Pix. Again, not my design. It's a design, in fact. Before I know, rabbit hole. And that reminds me, I really do need to make that command a thing. When Mac is here, Mac always does this. I want to make that a real command for Mac. But this is where I got it from. This is the old world on my server. Cobblestone walls. But when this city was built originally and these street lamps went in, this was basically the only wall there was. The other ones were ugly. I mean, not that this one's great, but we're using beacons as the lighting. And that's what I was talking about in Griffin's chat. The beacons don't connect here, so they look more standalone, which is what I wanted. But every other light source connects. And I wish it didn't. But frog lights connect. Sea lanterns connect. Whoops. Glowstone connects. So, Pyro, welcome in. Ooh, Pokemon. Grab your Pokemon. Throw your Pokeballs out there. But yeah, see, it doesn't matter what light block. The only other one is the beacon. And, yeah, no. I'm not spinning that many freaking beacons. I think I went through like 9 stacks of these freaking lights. So no way am I going to go through 9 stacks of beacons just for lighting. No way. That's just not going to happen. But this is where I got the idea from, and I ended up staying with the stone brick base. How's things going today? Things are going almost good. I had to start a little late because dinner had to start a little late. I got the meat out of the freezer this morning, like first thing this morning. And I went in there to start cooking it at 4 o'clock when I got home from picking up Sarah. That freaking piece of meat was still as hard as a rock. You couldn't even tell it had been out of the freezer after all damn day. So I lost a half hour while it de-thawed in the microwave. Or defrosted in the microwave is the proper word. So dinner was a half hour later getting started, which made me almost a half hour later getting started. So other than that, though, the day's been going good. And in fact, Pyro, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, my affiliate anniversary is Wednesday. But me being me, I didn't plan anything in time. So now I'm planning things for next week. So make sure you vote in the Discord in the announcements channel on which day would be best for you to hang out, either Monday or Friday. We're going to be doing some community games, Among Us, hopefully. And if nobody wants to, and if those of you that will join it for Among Us don't want to go through all the hoops of getting modded, we can absolutely play vanilla. Modded would be preferable for me personally. You play with the mod for a year and a half, or you kind of get used to it. So the modded version would be preferable. But if you guys don't want to mess with that, or if you can only play on your phone, for example, then yeah, we'll go with vanilla, no problem. But Among Us is preferable. But if there's not enough people, throughout this week, I'm going to be looking up other community games we can play that are free, that doesn't need a powerful computer to run. I already have a few ideas. But yeah, we're going to be doing community games, and then afterwards, we're going to be doing a community watch party for the entire Discord if they want to. You can play it on your phone. Yes, you can. Vanilla only, though. Vanilla only, though. And it's crossplay. So you can absolutely play with me while I'm on my PC and you're on your phone. And it costs the same amount of money, though. So if you have the option, I would go ahead and get it on the computer, personally. Because I have it on my phone, and moving around, it's kind of janky on the phone. I don't like playing on my phone, so I hardly ever do. But, yeah, so community games, and then afterwards, we're gonna have a fun, just a lighthearted, that's the word, lighthearted, a lighthearted movie that's enjoyable, that anybody can enjoy, that's not overly swear heavy, because there's people in the Discord and this community that don't care for the swearing so much, which is why I try to keep it to a minimum here. You don't need to think you don't think it's a game for you, but you enjoy watching guys play. I understand, Jen. And like I said, we might mix it up as well. We might do Among Us for a while, and then, since you don't think it's a game for you, maybe we'll switch it up and do something else. So I mean, I'm up for anything. I just want to play with as many of you guys as can. I want to hang out with all you guys. That's what it's all about. I mean, I wouldn't be here a year later without you guys. So this day is just as much about you guys as it is about me. So that's the plan. But yeah, that's where I got the light post designs from. You like to watch and vibe? I understand. But all I did, like I said, I stuck with the stone brick. All I did was swap out cobblestone for what is this? Smooth deep slate? Polished deep slate. All I did was swap it out for polished deep slate, and then swapped out the beacons for frog lights. The green ones, of course. You guys know me. It's gotta be green. It's gotta be green. Anyway, this took literally all day Saturday. literally all day Saturday. I started working on this at 6 p.m., maybe 6:30 p.m. And sans an hour and a half I took in the middle of the night for a snack and just to take a break, it took me until 6 a.m. So basically 10 hours. 10 flippin' hours it took me to do all this. And I was going at a pretty good clip too. You get in a nice groove with these things. You know, break the block, place the block there so you can hop up on it. And then wall, pillar up by 4 more, corner, corner, lamp, lamp, trapdoor, jump down, break the block, move on. It took about as long to do as it took to explain. So it went very quickly per lamppost. But when you have 4 per intersection, 2 on the corners, 3 on T-junctions, I think there's 8 here on this bridge, and I don't even know how many's here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18 on this bridge. What's the white arch thing in the distance? I am glad you asked. I will show you what this arch thing is. As you guys know, this whole area here, all this empty space where there's no roads, this empty space here, and this empty space here, this is all going to be parkland. There's going to be walking paths connecting these under the roads on either side of the river, both here and here. And this is all going to be one enormous park. Well, at the time, there used to be a road that connected from here straight across to here with the bridge crossing. And there used to be the road connecting through here with the bridge crossing. I wanted this to be as contiguous as possible. This road kind of really needed to stay there because you had to have a way to get over here other than this bridge here. So this road is staying, this road here is staying, this road here is staying. But this is the heart of the park. This is like the meat and potatoes of the park. So I was going to do tunnels. If you look, there's a very deep hole in the riverbed here, right where the tunnel would have gone through, and I didn't want to mess with filling that in or anything, and I didn't want to ruin the whole phrasing. So with it being this close to this street that also loops right around, I just went ahead and removed that road completely, along with some other superfluous roads. This road, however, with the closest crossing being way down here and then going back around, this one needed to stay connected. So I did indeed make this a tunnel. So what I did, obviously it's just a tunnel, but I wanted the ends to be decorated. So in fact, if you give me just a second to pull this up. 34th Street subway entrance images. Now, like I said, this is not an exact replica. It's right here. It's not an exact replica. It was just inspired by. I just kind of wanted like this glass dome over top. I kind of went with the too tall, you know, darkish pillar with glass around it, and that's what I have going on here. Too tall with some glass around it, and then the angle isn't as great as I wanted. It's a little steeper than I wanted it to be. But oops, wrong button. I wanted this one. I just kind of wanted something similar to this. So this is the inspiration for these glass domes. So, like I said, it's not exact, but it's just something aesthetic. It's just something aesthetic to give it something, because this is going to be in the park after all. This is going to be in a park, so I wanted to have something, you know. And then the tunnel, it's real simple. I left it mostly natural. I used the yellow frog lights because every tunnel I've ever been in, it has those orangish yellow lights in them. You know how it is. You guys have been in tunnels before. But I left the tunnel mostly natural. You can fly through it, yes. You just have to be a little careful. You just have to time it right. But yeah, you can absolutely fly through here. You have to time the ascent just right, but yes. You can absolutely fly through here. Just got to get the angle right. But yeah. You can fly through it. 100%. Even if you walk down the stairs and then fly, you'll be able to fly right out. Going down is the hard part. Getting up is the easy part. But getting that angle going down and then pulling up in time to flatten out and not hit the ground is hard. See, it's really hard to do that. So even if you walk down the tunnel and then fly through it and then up and out, it's absolutely doable. There's a secret in there. Jen, what did you do? Oh, I just realized I can take this out. The lights that I had in these intersections is because the lights from the plots didn't quite reach the dead centers of these intersections before I put these lights in. So I had to put a torch there to keep them spawn proof. But now I have actual street lamps, so I don't need that no more. Don't worry, just a broom closet. But anyway, like I was saying, I made it mostly natural. I left the andesite and stone. I took out the granite, the diorite, and any ores and dirt and gravel. Just a broom closet. Is this it? Or is this just a hole that I left? Oh, that is it. Okay. Jen, you should put a door there, like an iron door with a button. Make it legit. Where is it? It's farther down. Is it here? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, let's just make it a thing. Let's just make it a real thing. We'll put that there so I can have this on the outside. Yeah, let's just make a door here. In fact, we can widen this out once we're back here. There we go. Jen, grab an iron door, throw that up there, and put a button here. Make it legit. A maintenance closet. Perfect. Love it. Absolutely love it. Also, while we're showing off stuff that happened this weekend, let's show Jen's thing she built. It's a ferry station to get between our bases. Because Jen's base, if you guys don't know, Jen here, her base is right here. We're neighbors. So we have a ferry station. Where'd all the boats go? There were more boats here yesterday. Oh, we left them all over there. I'll grab them. Yeah, nice little ferry station. Jen, when 120 hits, rafts. Just saying. Just saying. Even, oh, Jen. Vertical, a horizontal chain. Horizontal chain connecting across. So it's like those people that stand up on the rafts and they just pull themselves across with the rope. 120 for the win. Rafts. You're already ahead of me? Nice. What's the diamonds for? There's a diamond in both chests. Same brain cell, yeah, indeed. Alright, I'm going to leave this one here. I will take this one back over here. And leave it here. That way there's always one on either side. Anyone need dirt digging the gaming area? I do not, Stitch. I have... Stitch, if you're still lurking in my stream, let me show you. I am... Oh, Stitch, Jen says she needs dirt. Oh, Pokemon. Jen needs it, Stitch, if you're listening. I can indeed sleep, yes. Jen will take all the dirts. But yeah, I have 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32... 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, I have 32 shulker boxes of dirt, and I know I have more stashed around here somewhere in various places. Somewhere. There's a little bit. There's a little bit. See, I got plenty. I got plenty of dirt. But anyway, the other thing, I don't know how much Griffin showed of this on his stream because I was busy. I was too busy flying around myself to get to places to know what he was looking at. But if you didn't see it, I did this on. I did this on Friday. I want to say Friday. Custom trees. This is one of the 7. Is it 7? Yes, one of the 7 custom trees that I pulled off the other server. Well, the old world on the other server. And I threw one up on each quadrant on either end of the building. It was the smallest one because obviously I don't have tons of room. I didn't want it to be right up against the building after all. And I put the torches. The torches are still here, but I hid them under moss carpets to get them out of the way. Because like I said, this torch spam, ideally, when this city is done, this torch spam will be gone completely. That's the ideal situation. All these torches here, eventually, I'm more focused on getting things built right now. If there's time, once everything's built, then I can come through and not only start possibly thinking about decorations inside these places, but where there is still torch spam, you know, like popping this out, dropping that out, oops, sea lantern in there, and then white glass in this particular case, and similar things everywhere else for that matter. I've already done that here with this plaza. I have the torch, or I have sea lanterns under the glass. So it'll be like this everywhere. It'll either be hidden under moss carpet if it's in the grassy areas, or it'll be hidden under a similarly matching colored glass if it's inside like this. So that's the plan. You shouldn't be too many. There might still be a couple here and there, maybe. But yeah, that's the ultimate plan. And then I just sprinkled some bone meal around to get some grass. I would like to add different types of flowers rather than just poppies and dandelions. But that's a future me problem. This is fine for the moment. This is fine for the moment. I just wanted to make sure there were no too tall grasses because that obstructs your line of sight. I could honestly use a splash more bone meal right here, but it's fine for now. But I did that with all 4 quadrants around this building. I will eventually be giving this treatment to plots just like this. This will probably get a smaller tree in each corner. But it'll also get the same treatment. This building will probably not get any trees. Not a full tree. If this building here gets any trees, it might be more like the prototype of this. In fact, let me show you that. I know, rabbit hole. I know, rabbit hole. I know, rabbit hole. Let me show you the prototype of this. Now, this is the smaller version, keep in mind, but it'd be the same principle. Rabbit hole. Indeed. Thankfully, I'm not far away. It's right here. This is the smaller version. This is not 1-to-1 scale like the one on Casual Prime is. But if that other building gets trees, it'll just be something like this. You know, fence posts and then some leaves stacked up. Maybe not just in a vertical line like that, but you know, just something very small like this. Probably more closely resembling these actually. If it gets trees, it'll be like this. These will be more like what you'd see there. Just fence posts with some leaves, basically, literally. So, what did the ocean say to the shore? Nothing, it just waved. Just waved. So yeah, if this building here gets it, it'll be those types of trees. These ones obviously take up the whole plot, so no trees here, no trees here. Fly. What is my ping like? Good lord. That's not bad. Why wouldn't I fly though? None here. None here. None here. Oh, that reminds me. Let me show you the future plans, shall we? I've showed you what I've done since last stream. Let's show you what's going to be happening coming soon. So, free cam this. This is what we're going to be building tonight. This is what we're working on tonight. I will absolutely get this one done. I will probably even get this one done tonight. And then tomorrow we'll probably get this one done and probably get a start on this one. And then either Thursday or Friday this week, we'll get the rest of this big one knocked out. In the meantime, during this week, I will be gathering resources to build this big boy. I got a lot of sandstone to gather. I believe for this one, it's a lot. 10,984 just in regular smooth sandstone. Almost 5,000 chiseled. 3,600 stairs, which it's 1-to-1 ratio on blocks to stairs. 2,830 cut sandstone. 144 slabs. And 16 regular sandstone. So that's a lot of sandstone. 5,300 glass, or 5,400 glass, I mean. You know, and just a bunch of random stuff. Copper's a big one. 2,100 copper, and then the stairs, another 108. So add 108 to this. So it's 2,216 copper I'll need. I will not oxidize it beforehand. I will do what RU did, and I will just let it oxidize in place. Unlike his tower, that's way over here, kind of isolated from my main area. This is going to be right here. It will be loaded by me just by being here. So it'll oxidize over time just because I'm in the area all the time. So this one will be coming next. And then after that one's done, then I'll have this one. Another big sandstone monster. And if we look at the schematic for this one, 12,200 cut sandstone, 1,200 more, almost 1,300 more stairs, and then 86 smooth stone, some 139 slabs, some sandstone walls. So yeah, I have a crap load of sandstone to be gathering. Thankfully though, guys, thankfully, you can craft sand into sandstone. And as you guys know, on this server we have the gravity block duper, so I can, and I'll need the sand for glass anyway. So I will literally just be able to AFK for 99% of all this stuff. Thankfully. Stone bricks, easy. I have tons of stone. Stone is easy to come by. Cobblestone, I actually don't have much cobblestone, but I know a certain RU Prime that sells it. So he'll probably be getting his first purchases ever on cobblestone. So Stitch, if you're listening, tell him he can expect that soon. I know every time I see him streaming and he goes to his shop, he's like, nobody ever buys cobblestone. Well, I'm about to. So he should be happy with that. And then oak trapdoors. And then brown terracotta. All of this is going to be easy to get. You need mossy cobble. Well, you can get regular cobble from RU, and then if you have a simple little vine farm, that's all you need. I think it's vines and cobble combined. And then the bricks will be easy. I'm sure Kat will be able to... or is going to be willing to let me trade with her villagers. She's already told me I could. I mean, that's how I got the quartz for, which building was it? That's how I got the quartz for this thing. This was a lot of quartz. This took a couple of days of trading to get all this quartz. I don't need nearly that much brick. It's just enough for this floor in here. But this is the next 3 buildings. Once these 3 buildings are completed, think she will notice a few vines missing. No, she will not. In fact, Jen, if you was to go over there right now and snip every single one of them, they would be grown back by the end of the day. Grinds grow crazy fast. And even if she would, knowing Cat, she wouldn't care. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would straight up just go pinch some from Cat's place. This is the copper roof as well, obviously. I will probably change out whatever that fence post is for a lightning rod and then a redstone torch on top. Oh yeah, Cat literally lives in a jungle, Jen. There's crap loads of vines. But once these three build, well, technically 6. Once the let's just call it 3. Once these 3 are done, I'm going to take a pause for a little while, not long, but a little while on building actual buildings, because I really want to get started on this park. I can't overstress enough how utterly freaking hyped I am for this park. I literally cannot stress it enough. That was not the right button. That's the right button. And I can turn these off. Actually, I can leave that one on and do that, because this is what we're going to be working on in just a minute now. I can't overstress how hyped I am about this park, guys. I know I've shown the prototype before, but I'm going to show it one more time. I'm going to show it one more time. I can actually show it to you on this world, which will be faster to load because there's less stuff, because I have a copy of it over here. But here's, I can even show you the custom trees. I have them all separated out. Here's all the custom trees that's going to be making up this park. Obviously the palm trees will be more along the riverbanks, if anything. But the rest of these, this is the one that went in by the building that I did. It will be weird, a few vines missing, but diamonds in her mailbox, strange. Jen, she wouldn't care. And they wouldn't be missing. Seriously, vines grow insanely fast. Vines grow insanely fast. They would be grown back tonight. She wouldn't even know you did it if you didn't mention it. This is probably the tree that I'll put by that gray circular building, because it's nice and small. Or maybe this one, it's also small, but I think this one's a little poofier, so it might take up a little too much room. I did not design any of these trees, by the way, guys. I'm just borrowing them. Permanently borrowing them. This one here, though, this one's going to be a monster. The case in point, this is what I'm going to need to take a break from the building of buildings for. Oh, by the way, this is what the towers look like completed, by the way. Just to show that. That's what they look like completed. But I really want to get started on the park. This tree alone, this one tree here, has a total of 1 shulker box of leaves all by itself for one tree. For one tree. It's a mix of spruce, and I think that's regular oak. Yeah. A mixture of spruce and oak leaves. 13 stacks, give or take, of each. The logs I'm not concerned with. I have tons of logs. It's the leaves. So I'm going to take a short break, at least a week, where all I'm going to be doing is my least favorite thing in Minecraft, which is chopping trees. And even worse, gathering leaves. Ugh. Chopping trees is breeze compared to gathering leaves. Pokemon. Don't even know what it is, but I'm going for it. A Mime Jr. Didn't know those sort of thing. You could just shave a forest. I could, but I don't like doing that because that leaves ugly tree stumps behind. Plus, I will need wood eventually. I mean, this is going to plow through my wood supply as well. And in fact, Stitch, this is acacia. I don't even have acacia. I noticed you do. Could I perhaps pinch a couple of saplings off of you and I can grow my own? I would appreciate that greatly if I could pinch a sapling or two off of you. Because I don't have any acacia of any variety. But yeah, this is going to absolutely plow through my... Acacia is the only one I'm missing. I have jungle, I have spruce, I have birch, I have oak, I have mangrove. I do not have acacia. But yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about logs yet, but these, like I said, let me show you the prototype. In fact, let me even throw on shaders for you. Let me even throw on shaders. The shaders makes it that much better. I'm gonna take a quick sip of my Coca-Colies. I love Coke. In fact, let me get a napkin. The problem with drinking out of a cup instead of a straw, usually when I get Coke, I get it from the gas station to have a straw. Problem with drinking out of a cup when you have a mustache, it stays on your mustache. You just died in my area, Pix. You need help? I can hop back over there really quick. If it's an emergency, I can get back over there really quick and grab your stuff, but if it's not, I'm going to show this while I'm here. Yes, grab your stuff. Okay, on my way. Where did you die? Do you remember? Whoops, wrong button. Do you remember where you died? I'm so glad Shaders wasn't doing that nonsense last night. You see that? Oh boy, my ping. My ping is no good. Let me turn shaders back off and that might help. Can't hurt anyway. The trio buildings? Okay. Yeah, last night during the tour, I was able to have shaders on from max base onward. Oh my god, my ping is still not great. But it was so nice. My computer usually does what it's doing right now. Oh, there it is. If my ping will recognize me as actually being here. There we go. I got all your stuff, Pix. In fact, I am going to leave it all. I'll take the smaller amount there and give you the rest. Oh wait, no, those are mine. Those are mine. Forgot I had those from last night. In fact, I think that stack was mine as well, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember I had a couple stacks on me. I'll just take the one stack, you can have the rest. And while I'm at it, I will go ahead and give you that ender chest as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put these ender pearls back away. I don't need those anymore. No problem, Pix. I'm just going to leave this shulker box right here for you. And you can keep that shulker as well. You know me. I'm the shulker king on here. I have, for all intents and purposes, effectively infinite shulker boxes. What is my ping like? Dog crap. That's what my ping's like. Maybe a relog will help. But let's go back to this world so I can show this park off now. I'll turn my shaders back on as well. But yeah, like I was saying, last night during the stream, when we got to Mac's place in the Nether, I turned on my shaders and I left them on the whole rest of that tour. And my computer handled it like a freaking champ. It cooperated so nice. My frame rate stayed reasonable. And I wasn't overly laggy anywhere. My ping, thankfully, was rock solid all day yesterday. Unlike the nonsense it's doing right now. But yeah, check out this park, guys. This is the inspiration for what I want my park to be. You outline one of the areas with jungle wood and place a couple shulkers within the build materials. Nice. So this is the inspiration for what my park will be like. Except, you know, on an enormous scale. Now, keep in mind, there are only 5 different tree types in this park. They're not even rotated around to make them look different. They're all facing the same direction. There's only 5 different trees here. But when you're in here, walking around, you can't tell. You cannot tell there's only 5 freaking trees in here. You just can't. But this is what I want my park to look like. Obviously, there's not going to be an actual pond because I have the river running through the base. That's the whole point. But there will absolutely, ooh, good song. Absolutely be park benches, park lights. It will probably be probably won't be this exact design. I am not going to be using dispensers for sure. And I wouldn't even use the cheaper dropper option for that matter. I will find something else to use as the base. The fence post is fine. Anvils are fine. I'm not going to use hoppers because hoppers actually cause server lag. So I won't be using hoppers. I may end up using lanterns, but I will find a different way to hang them. I won't be using hoppers. So it might be similar to this, but definitely no hoppers because I don't want to add too much server lag. Boat rental. Love it. There's absolutely going to be a couple of these around the river. There's absolutely going to be a fishing dock and a boat launching dock. At least one, probably a couple. Definitely one on each side, minimum. There's absolutely going to be little food carts. There's absolutely going to be pathways. And Jen, this is what I mentioned last night when we was touring your area. Remind me to show you the trees, remember? Well, Jen, I'm showing you the trees. Here's the trees. But also I mentioned I might have you tag team with Mac to lay out the pathways or do the pathways completely because I love the little pathways going through your base. I love it. So I might hire you to come do it, and I would absolutely pay you, and don't you dare say you do it for free because I will be paying you for this. Little bushes, 100%. Flowers, yes. Grass, yes. Food carts, and the big one. 2 big ones. A little gazebo type thing. A little fire pit, which of course, where is it? Tools, right? Complete with a fire. It might even put like an actual campfire down there, and then you can literally cook on it. Picnic tables, like I said, and the gazebo, and then the other little fun thing, the playground. Welcome back, Jen. Jen, I don't know if you, how much did you miss? Because I definitely was talking to you because I thought you were here. But I'll repeat myself. It's fine. I definitely want you to hear this though. But yeah, there will be at least one playground on either side of the river. I love the merry-go-round, man. I just wish that if you alternated it. Ooh, that reminds me. Let's see. Gray, glass, pane. Oh, damn. I wish those wouldn't connect. That would have been great. I thought maybe switching materials it wouldn't connect. Oh well. You can't have everything. Stream went out and you had to restart your PC. Alright. Well, Jen, like I was saying, last night during stream I said, remind me to show you the trees. Well, here's the trees. Here's the trees. And this is the biggest reason why I'm going to be taking a break from building once these next 3 buildings are done. I have mega crap loads of leaves I'm going to have to be gathering up. And, because look how many trees it takes to make this little tiny, absolutely tiny area look nice. Now, spread this out over the entirety of that park area in my base. I mean, it's hard to get a reference. Let's look at the zoom level here. 20. Let's zoom out to see the whole thing. 4.6. is the zoom level here. Now let's hop back over on the server. Jen, there's one more thing I want you to see for sure, because it's important. It was 4.3 on that zoom. 4.6 is close enough. So this was just enough to see that park. That park would take up this little itty bitty corner. That whole park takes up this little itty bitty corner. I have all the rest of this to do, all of this to do, and this little itty bitty bit here as well. So you can see how many trees it takes just to make that little area look nice. I haven't counted the trees, but I think there's at least 20 here. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, at least 27. At least 27, just to make this little itty bitty tiny area. So yeah, there's probably going to be at least a couple hundred trees. And I need many leaves. Like I said, that tree alone is one shulker box of leaves. 13 of each leaf type. So yeah. But Jen, here's the important part. I love the pathways in your city, your little town, whatever you're calling your base, basically. Add, God. Oh, Jen, you wouldn't have an ad. Jen, you're thanks to Diamond Miner Mom, you're sub now. You don't have ads, do you? Right. But Jen, I love the paths in your base. So I'm gonna probably hire you and Mac to come and tag team the layout of the pathways. The pathway layout has to happen first, I think, anyway. And then I can put the trees in between. You are here, okay. But I love the paths you have, and I would love it if the paths, instead of just straight gravel like this, look like the paths that you have. Because I really love the pathways you had. So I want to hire you to come and do the pathways. And I will absolutely be paying you for it. So done with ads? Nice. So, I absolutely want to hire you to come and do the pathways because I love, like I said, I love the pathways in yours. Love them. The whole time we were walking through, they're like, man, I wish this is going to be in my park. Man, I wish this is going to be in my park. And I'm like, well, why don't I just hire Jen and then they can be in my park? So, yeah, I want to hire you if you're willing. Obviously, I can't force you to do anything, but I want to hire you to come and do the pathways in my park. And the pathways need to go in first, like I said, because the trees will be planted around the pathways. And like I said, just keep in mind there will be patches like this where there's like a playground. These are custom heads. I won't have these, obviously, sadly. But an outline to go by, Jen, it's free reign. I mean, whatever you think would work. I mean, there's going to be at least one of these on each side of the river, possibly 2, possibly even 3. When I get back on the server, ooh, Pokemon. God, that's literally an ooh squirrel moment. That was literally an ooh squirrel moment. Good grief. There will be at least 2 on each side of the river and at either end of the river, and probably one in the middle as well. So there's probably going to be 3 of these total, with docks included, fishing docks, boat launch docks, and then These will come after the pathways. Obviously, the benches, the little food stands will come after the pathways. The trees will come after the pathways. The barbecue pit areas will come after the pathways. The bushes will come after the everything else comes after the pathways. So the pathways need to go in first. And since nothing is there yet, there's no real rhyme or reason to where they need to go. Just whatever you think would be a nice little stroll. You know, I mean, in this particular instance, you have a circular path going around this pond, but that won't be a thing on the server because there is no pond. It's just the river. So, however you think the pathway should meander. And obviously, this is a much smaller park, so it's contained almost instantly by roadway on each side here. But you have a lot more room in most spots to just have it meander around. Just nice little walking trails. I want it to be, I mean, just look at this park. It's a tiny little park. By any stretch of the imagination, this is a small park. There's only 5 different trees. But look how full it looks from here. Look at this. Look at this. It looks huge. It looks and feels huge. Now, Jen, there's absolutely no rush. There's absolutely no rush. This is like I said, this is until we finally restart the server, which is a minimum of, like Griffin said, it's not going to happen until 1.21 at the absolute earliest. And even then, there's still no guarantee it'll reset then. So we have at least 6 months. Assuming Mojang still does the 2 a year thing. So we have at least 6 more months to get this done. So there's absolutely no rush. Just let me know how much you charge, and I'll make sure to get you paid. But like I just love it so much. Like, can you see why I'm so freaking hyped? I'm shaking my desk to pieces here. Can you see why I am just so hyped about the park? Look how good this little itty bitty park looks. Now imagine it on the scale of my city. That's why I'm so hyped. A beacon? That's your price? Done. Done and done. Absolutely. 100%. I already have it ready to go. I already have it ready to go. But I just can't stop looking at this place. The park is going to be my favorite spot of the whole city. It's going to be absolute. I mean, just look at this place. I mean, just look at it. I can't be. I'm not the only one looking at it. Oh, I love the God rays there. Can I get it happening again? Sort of. Oh, let me switch to BSL really quick. BSL has really good God rays. That's all you ever wanted? There we go. That's what I want right there. Look at that. Yeah. I love complimentary, but BSL has a little bit better God rays. Now, maybe it's just a setting, because I took my settings from Griffin, because I loved how the Sky Station looked when he had his shaders on. So I asked him to send me his settings file for the complimentary, and he did. So my complimentary looks just like his. So there might be a way to get God rays like this in complimentary, but I don't want to mess with the settings and then screw anything up. But yeah. Let's look at the pond with this now. I do kind of like BSL's water better than complimentary. This looks more real. This looks more like real water. If we switch back to complimentary, whoops. If we switch back to complimentary, give it a second. That's one thing I use Optifine because my resource pack demands it and requires it. Yeah, see, it's a little too blue. It's a little too blue. I like BSL's water a little bit better, but I like complementary for almost everything else. BSL's God Rays and BSL's water, for sure. Complementary everything else. Since we're comparing, why not check out Silder's? Silder's is about the same water as complementary. What about the God Rays? Where was that spot down here? About right here. Oh, yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's a little too much, though. It shouldn't be coming through that strong through the leaves. I like how they look, but they shouldn't be that strong through that thick of leaves. So yeah, complimentary for everything. BSL for the God Rays and the water. I wish I could combine them. I wish I could combine them. But, anyway, I'm just gonna turn those off now. But, you don't have OptiFabric on your version of Minecraft, so you can't use shaders at the moment. Yeah, that's what I was saying. My resource pack requires Optifine to work. Even when I go through and get all of the non-Optifine versions that runs everything, like the CTM, the CIT, whatever else, all the stuff that Optifine does all by itself, it's like 10 or 12 additional mods that does individually, but they don't do it as good as Optifine does by themselves because there's always glitches or it just doesn't work. For example, when you have a book on a lectern, it looks like it changes the texture. It changes the texture to look like the actual book texture instead of an enchanted book texture. Because the book texture is the same texture as the book that's on the enchanting table, instead of like a regular plain book. But even with the replacement that does that particular thing, it doesn't work. So Optifine is the only way for my resource pack to fully work. I would love to have Iris and Optifine, but that just doesn't happen. So you don't use shaders either, nothing but Chords HUD. I use Chords HUD. I definitely use Chords HUD when it's available. It's just handy. I don't even use it for the coordinates so much as the time. I use it more for the time than I do the coordinates. Here's my mods that I use. Apple Skin, if you don't know what that is, if you go to food and hover over it, it shows you how much hunger haunches it fills up. And if you look, the little yellow outline, that shows you the saturation. So a golden carrot, for example, has the highest saturation, while a pork chop gives one less saturation, but one more actual hunger haunch. So these two are the two best foods in the game, depending on which one you're going for. You have to eat more of these to fill up a full hunger bar, but when it does fill up, that, like say you have a half hunger haunch and then you eat the golden carrot, it will last a lot longer before you have to eat again. Meanwhile, this will fill up your hunger bar faster, but it doesn't last quite as long. It's literally 2 haunches less than a golden carrot. You can see it's got one more full bar there on the saturation. That's what Apple Skin does. Better F3, I'm sure you guys have seen this with the hermits, Azuma especially. That just makes the F3 nice. You can color it any color you want. You can remove unnecessary garbage from either side. You can move this stuff to the right side if you wanted to and only have it on one side. It's fully customizable. That's what that does. Can you send a screen later of my area you want the paths? You mean you want me to like draw a rough sketch of where I want the pathways, or just a screenshot of the area? Because if you just need a screenshot of the area, if you go to, let me do the thing here. Let me do the thing here. If you just go to go to the Dyn map, and then zoom in. Here's a straight up overhead shot. All up in here, over here as well, and over here as well. This little itty bitty bit here. Like I said, I'm gonna hire you and Mac to do this. I'm gonna hire Mac to come in and do these tunnels. Mac did the underpass for the here and here for the river. She built literal culverts, like actual culverts, going underneath this river to keep it connected. So I'm gonna have her come in and do the walking paths, because there's gonna be a walking path starting here that goes under and comes out here, and one that goes under over here and comes out over here. And then the same thing here. That way you can literally walk from here to here without taking this road. You can walk it all the way through that park, which you literally just watched me stroll through. Is amazing. And keep in mind that park will take up this itty bitty bit. So that's one. Let's see. Let me gauge it here with my fingers. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 amounts of those parks minimum to fill in that area in size. But yeah, just pathways. Jen, one thing, I will have to hire Mac to come over first, because Mac's gonna help me terraform this river. I'm gonna widen the river here. It's probably gonna come from either here or here, probably right here. Or maybe even here, actually. And then it's just going to curve gently in and then around. So this is all going to be thickened up so a pathway can go through here, because that is only 3 blocks wide right there. And then I think that's it. And probably the same thing here. This isn't the widest section ever. You can absolutely fit a path through it now, but I'm just going to probably from here just have it curve over, just a gentle little curve here to thicken that up, if that makes sense. And I'll have to have Mac do that first, and that way you can work your pathways through here much easier. What did I use to build my roads? A shovel, literally. Welcome in, by the way, Dragon. But yeah, literally, I when I get back on the server, I'll show you how I did it. I just wanted to show this park off. Dragon, since you're here, gray concrete powder and smooth stone slabs for the sidewalks. But I just want to show off this park one last time, because this is the inspiration for the park. I just turned the shaders off, so I'm not going to turn them right back on. But just picture yourself walking through an area as big as that park, as big as the area that I have for the park, and it all looks like this. Just picture it. Just picture it. You can't even see the other end. It's so freaking huge. It's literally I can't overstress enough how hyped I am for the freaking park, guys. I can't. There's no words. There is literally not enough words in my vocabulary. And even if there was, my brain doesn't know how to assemble them in the correct order to make a coherent statement that accurately describes the level of excitement I have for the park. I just can't do it. It doesn't exist. You're looking at, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. And the pathways are going to be way nicer than just gravel, by the way. Oh, Pokemon. All right. So keep that park in mind. Keep how that looks in mind. Now, that park is going to fill in this whole area, this whole area, and this whole area. And that whole park would fit from this road down to about here with the shape, and then cutting across to here. So if this river wasn't here, it would take up this much room. That tiny little park is just a sliver of this whole thing. Can you sense? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The excitement. And better yet, in fact, Jen, where do you want me to drop your beacon off? I'm heading over your way. Look at these pathways. Look at this pathway. I just hired Jen. Jen agreed. Jen's gonna do the pathway. Look at this awesome pathway. Look at this awesome pathway. Jen, I wouldn't mind a little gravel sprinkled in as well. I noticed you don't have any gravel here. So a little gravel sprinkled in would be good too. But other than that, I love this. I love this. Look at it, gets better the farther we go. Look at oh yeah, that little section right there. That one really does it. Just a little bit of gravel thrown in there. Picture this. Picture this going through that little itty bitty park. Except it's not a little itty bitty park anymore. It's this. Picture this going around this with all those other trees, because it's going to be those same trees. Can you feel the excitement, guys? Can you feel it? Because I can't be more hyped about this park. I really can't. I'm more hyped about this park than I am about literally anything else on this in this city. Sans completing the city itself. Finishing the city as a whole is the only other thing that I'm excited about as this park. I don't know where any chests are, Jen, or I would leave it. You know what? You know what? Here. Here. Beacon. And there we go. A tip. Jen, you see where I left this? I have no idea where this is, so you need to pay attention where it is. There it is. I don't know where this is. But yeah. The excitement is real, guys. The excitement is real. 100% real. God, I can't even begin to explain. I mean, just look at it. Look at the area here, guys. Picture that pathway just meandering through here. By the way, Jen, take out any torches you need to make the pathway. If they're in your way, just knock them down. I don't care. They're all going to be hidden at some point anyway. Once the park goes in, these are going to be replaced with a combination of street lamps and lighting underneath moss carpet. So all these torches are coming down at some point anyway. But can you just picture it? That pathway going right through here with trees on either side. Maybe a dock down, not literally right here. This is a pretty narrow strip. But like right down here would be a great spot for a dock. Right here. That little building, like maybe right here, and then the dock coming off right here. Because look, a nice deep fishing hole. A nice deep little fishing hole. I can see it in my head right now, and I love it. I love it so much. One on either side as well. They can't be, I wouldn't put them literally directly across from each other, but like maybe have one like right there, like I said, and then one maybe over here, because this part of the river is kind of deep too. Oh, I'm loving it so much. And then two more at the opposite end over here. Definitely one down here. Maybe have that shack right here on this point, and then have the dock coming off like right here somewhere going over. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And RU's building looks awesome, by the way. Looks like he finally got the copper to fully age. He had to AFK here for like 3 days. Literally 3 days to get this all to oxidize. He's not even done with it. He said it's going to be something like biomes or something on the inside. I don't fully understand what he was going to do. But just look at this part, guys. Look how huge it is. And this river is going to get thickened up. Like I said, from here, it's going to do just a gentle curve around to thicken that up. And probably, let me get an aerial view here. From here, probably from right here, actually, just another gentle curve around, probably ending up back to here. Just a nice sweeping curve to give you a nice thick part there for a pathway. Oh. Emmy, welcome in. I don't know how long you've been watching before you hit that button, but I've just been hyping over this freaking park. I can't overstate my excitement enough. And the one thing that's definitely going to be sitting right here, Jen, I am going to build a little building around these because this is my way in and out of my basement. So there will absolutely be a little building here that surrounds this. So it's not just 2 holes in the ground. So that's one thing that will be here. I don't know how big it will be yet. Probably at least over to here. I want it to be a fairly... I can make it look like an information booth. Ideas, all the ideas. I'm so hyped. I've been hyping about this for an hour and 40 freaking minutes, and I haven't placed a single block on the tower yet. And that's okay, because I am so hyped about this. Can you tell I'm more hyped about the park than I am about building these buildings tonight? When Lexi and you get your server going, you're gonna need to find someone who can build a build that you have in mind. My building style is looking at real life buildings and trying my best to make them happen in the game. These buildings here, this one, like these 3 here, and this one, I did not design at all. This one is heavily inspired by a build that already existed. I just kind of made it my own design and tweaked it. And these 2 buildings are also real life, and these 2 buildings are real life. So if it's a real life building you have in mind, then yeah, I can probably work something out. But if you're gonna need like a freshly, like if you just have like an idea of what you want it to look like, but not like I need a hard reference picture. I need like an actual reference image. In fact, Google Earth would be best. Yeah, see a UFO. Now, if you have a specific UFO style in mind, like if you can find a picture that's close enough to what you want, I might be able to make that happen. But also, unless you guys, I think you guys are on Bedrock, and I don't play Bedrock, so that's another thing. Unless you're switching to Java, then we can work it out. I'm going to focus on 1 tower at a time. That way I can I want to at least get this small one done tonight, because I've killed an hour and a half. I definitely want to get this small one done. So I'm going to focus on 1 of these at a time. These are mostly white concrete and black glass, with some black concrete in between until we get to the roof. And then it's a few extra things, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly just the concrete and black glass. So I'm going to grab some concrete, some black concrete, and black glass. I am amped. You are going to try to update the Java at some point. Nice. like I said, Dragon, I know you two are used to playing with a controller. You absolutely can still play with a controller on Java. I'm not sure how to do it because I don't do it, but I know it's possible because Quinlan, she plays with a controller, and she plays Java. So I know it's possible. I'll ask Quinn tonight how she does it if I can remember. I can't promise I'll remember. In fact, I can almost promise you I won't remember. But if I remember, I will ask Quinn tonight how she does it, and I will let you know. What is this? Huh, weird. Jen, you got alert for Sandman. Have a great rest of your stream, and thanks for the feels. Excited about your build. Jen, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thank you for agreeing to do the pathways for me. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Congrats on the subscription. Thanks again to Diamond Miner Mom for that gift sub earlier. And have a good sleep, Jen. And I will be seeing you around, I'm sure. Now that you're going to be over here in the area a lot, I'm sure I'll be seeing you a lot. So, I really appreciate it. But yeah, I will try my best, Dragon, to remember to ask her how she does it. Because I know she plays with a controller, and I know she's on Java. Why am I doing it this way? Let's do easy place. I always usually do easy place. And that would make things, you know, easy. Yeah. I think it's a, I think it might be a mod you need. But if that's all it is, I mean, that's no big deal. You just get the mod and install it, and then there you go. Shoot. I always fall off. Shall I start a counter of how many times I'm gonna fall off this freaking building tonight? Barely started and I've already fallen off of it once. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, Dragon, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, my affiliate anniversary is actually this week. You want to have a drink on me? Awesome. Fantastic. Ooh, it almost right there. Pretty fly for a Mai Tai. But my affiliate anniversary is this week. However, me being me, I didn't realize it in time to plan anything, so I'm gonna plan it. I'm planning it for next week. It's either gonna be next Monday or next Friday, depending on the outcome of the poll, which is what I was really trying to get at. Make sure you go in the Discord, in the announcements channel. I have a poll where you can pick Monday, Friday, or both, or to do it. Whichever day gets the most votes is the day we'll do it. I hate leaving out people that can't make it. You know, if someone picks Monday and Friday wins, or vice versa, you know, I hate leaving people out. But I want to make sure as many people are here as possible, because we're going to be playing community games that night. And besides the fact that I want as many people here as possible all the time, because I love hanging out with you guys, community games are more fun with more people. That's just the way they are. They're community games. Among Us is on the list of games I would like to play if possible. If there's not enough people to make that work, or if not enough people are interested in that, you already voted? Okay, I haven't looked since before stream, so I don't know. But if not enough people are interested, or if there's just not enough people, I will be trying to Pokemon. It's literally a forced squirrel moment. I'll be looking into this all week. I'll be looking into other community games we can play together. I know there's Marbles. I know there's Words on Stream. I know there's another game called Crab Game. It's based off the Squid Game TV show, but it's more cartoony and fun. And it's free, and it's not resource demanding on the computer. Um, that's another option. And like I said, I'll be looking into even more options this week. I literally just started this literally last night after Griffin's stream. Kat was the one that came up with the community idea to begin with, and because I didn't know what to do, I was like, it's like my anniversary is this week, and I don't know what the f I'm doing. And I was like, you have any ideas? And she's like, you can do community night. I'm like, brilliant. Why didn't my dumb brain think of that? So, I haven't looked into it yet because this is, like I said, last night. But this week I will be looking into more games. Those are just the 4 off the top of my head that I know we can do. So I'll be looking into more options as well, because not everybody wants to. I know Jennifer Red doesn't want to play Among Us, so that's one less person that will be there but won't be playing. So it really depends on how many people are not only going to be watching, but how many people are willing to play. You know, it might end up just being stream games, like maybe Gartic Phone or something like that. That's another one I just remembered about. Gartic Phone, Words on Stream, Marbles. It might end up just being that if nobody wants to like play an actual game, which is perfectly fine. I got no problem doing those. And then afterwards, we'll be watching a fun, lighthearted movie in the Discord afterwards, because it's going to be on Monday or Friday, and that's always a movie night anyway. I'll just be opening it up for everybody in the whole Discord, and you don't have to have that role for this particular watch party. You're down for Marbles? Nice. So yeah, there's definitely options. We'll work once a day is decided, and I'll know by Friday. I'm gonna leave the poll up through this week, and then by Friday, this coming Friday, I will know which day it's going to be, and then we can start planning specifics about the night. But yeah, community games, even if it's just stream games, which is perfectly fine. And then, like I said, a lighthearted movie to end the night, because it's going to be a Monday or Friday, which is a movie night anyway. Just for that night, I'm going to unlock that Discord channel so the whole Discord can see it. That way you don't have to grab that role if you don't want it normally, but you want to watch it because it's the celebratory stream. Hopefully a lot of people will say, hey, this is actually pretty fun, and then they'll like, I want to keep doing this, and then they'll grab that role, and then we just keep going on with it on every Monday and Friday like we always do. You know, I mean, 90% of the time so far, it's just me and Tally in there on Mondays and Fridays. Kat pops in when she can. Stitch pops in when she can. Pix stops in when they can. Who else pops in? Elle pops in. I know Elle's going to be there tonight. Elle's really hyped about tonight's movie. Speaking of, tonight's movie is Last Action Hero. If you would like to watch that with us, make sure you are in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, grab that first link there. Go to the Reaction Rolls channel and grab the Watch Party roll. And we'll be watching that tonight after stream in about an hour and a half. You never heard of it, Dragon? It's an action movie that's aware it's an action movie. It doesn't break the fourth wall directly to you, but it breaks the fourth wall in a different way that I don't want to give away because it will spoil the premise of the movie. But it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and it makes fun of the fact that it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's great. It's an action movie that knows it's an action movie and makes fun of the fact that it's an action movie. Not in a ha-ha, like, joke kind of way, but it plays on the cliches in a way that advances the story. It's like, oh, he never runs out of ammo, ha 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 ha, you know? And then it flips it on its head, and it's like, I don't want to say too much, it'll spoil it. But it plays on the tropes of action movies, and it makes fun of it in a not direct but ha-ha way. not a hot literal like for laugh moment, but it's like, oh haha, it used to be this way and now it's this way kind of deal. It's a good movie. I love it. It's not your typical Arnold action movie while simultaneously being an Arnold action movie. It's a good movie. I recommend it. Elle was beyond hyped when that rolled around on the wheel Friday night. So I know Elle's gonna be there. Talk about going down the rabbit hole. But my brain can't help itself sometimes. But like I said, it's the channel is gonna be open for the whole server for a change. And hopefully people will be like, hey, this was fun. Let's keep doing this and grab that role. My rabbit holes indeed, picks indeed. And but not everybody's there every night except me and Tally. Me and Tally are the only two that are there every night. So obviously we would love more people to be there with us. Like for example, Friday night, Stitch was there, Elle was there, Pix was there. Mac is another person that pops in from time to time as well. But we had quite a few people in there Friday night, and it was a lot of fun. So the more the merrier, always. Whoa, why did that happen? Bad Schematica, bad, or Lightmatica. Schematica is different. But because I absolutely love to have more regular viewers, 100%. Watch parties are way more fun when more people are there talking about it. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you're in other Discords where they do watch parties, if they allow voice chatting. We don't do that. We don't voice chat. We only type like you guys are right now to me. That's the only way we talk, because who likes people talking over movies? Not too many people. The only time I'll even tolerate people talking over movies really is when it's like a YouTuber that's doing a reaction to the movie for the first time. Like that's the only time it's really acceptable to be talking over a movie. So we don't do that. Even if it's my first time watching a movie, we just type. We just type in the Discord. We don't talk out loud. Because Kat was leery about joining because she wasn't a huge fan of doing voice chatting. And I'm like, oh, we don't do that here. I think Stitch was the same way. Stitch, if you're still lurking, I think Stitch, you were the same way, weren't you? You weren't really a huge fan of the talking during the movies, but I'm like, yeah, we don't do that here. So, if that was... Oh, Dragon, you've been in the movies before, you know. But I'm explaining that more for everybody else that may be here that's not in the Discord and the watch party. Lex, you Dragon, you and Lex are also there. It's just been a while because of Lexi's health problems. But, so you guys know how it is. You brought some vines for Jen, going to put them off by that pretty birch tree. Okay. Jen has hopped off for the night. She went to bed. So you might want to DM her on Discord and let her know that. But yeah. So for those of you guys that aren't in the Discord and haven't been in one of the watch parties before, that's how it is. We just type in the chat instead of talking. So if you're not wanting to talk, don't worry. But yeah. I'm looking forward to next week. I love hanging out with you guys, and I love community games. If you guys watch Griffin, you already know how much I love Among Us nights. So I would definitely love to at least play a few rounds of that, even if we don't do it the whole night. Because I know not everybody wants to play that. I know Jen said she doesn't want to play that, which is fine, but I obviously don't want to leave Jen out either, so we'll definitely be doing some other games, more than likely stream games like Marbles or Words on Stream or Gartic Phone or something like that. Because I definitely want everybody to be able to participate and not just have to sit and watch. I out? Holy crap, I'm out. Wow. I will sleep while I'm here. Hey, Pix. Ooh, thank you, Pix. I definitely needed those. I'm 99% sure I don't have any until I didn't have any until just now anyway. That's half your stash. I mean, Pix, technically I only need one and I can build my supply from there. So if you want to take back all but one of these, you can. You don't need to give me half your stash. All right, I appreciate it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to make sure everybody is able to participate in the games and not just have to watch. Although if you guys just want to watch, that's perfectly fine as well. In fact, that's more than perfectly fine. I mean, I love it when you guys are here watching and hanging out. Just like Griffin said the other night, I am the exact same way as Griffin with this. It's like, you guys are the only reason I'm still streaming. Because when nobody's here talking, and it's just me left here alone to my own devices with no conversation going, especially when I'm doing stuff like this, it's like, I'm gonna run out of things to say at some point, because it's like I've said everything that's in my brain that there is to say, and so at some point I'll run out of things to say, and without someone here to keep the conversation rolling, without anything to say, my brain, I'm not good at just making things up to say, like coming up with new things to say on the fly. It does get boring. Exactly. I get quiet. I go silent. This is how it goes. If nobody was here having conversations, keeping me company, this is how it would go. For the next minute, this is exactly how it would go. Notice my facial expression as well. But yeah, that's exactly how it gets with me. And I don't mean to, I don't even want to, but I don't have a choice. I'm not good at just making things up. I'm not good at starting a conversation out of thin air with no one. It's like, I understand that people need to lurk. I understand that. I absolutely love the people that are here lurking. It helps a lot, I think. I think it helps the algorithm or something. It's like, hey, people are watching this guy. It's like, let's push him to more people maybe. So lurkers, I absolutely love it when people lurk, and that's perfectly fine. But I need at least one person here actively chatting to have a conversation with. Otherwise, I run out of things to say, and I'm not good at making up things to keep talking about. So silence ensues, which is no fun to watch, and it's definitely no fun for me. It's like, if I'm not going to be talking to anybody, why am I streaming? It's like, I can be playing this game, not streaming, and get the same amount of work done, and be in the same exact situation of not talking to anybody. So the conversation is everything. It is absolutely everything when it comes to streaming. I don't have that Pokeball? Well, bummer. Let's try this one then. Pokecatch, Great Ball. All right, I need some of these. I think that and that and that and that and that. I think that's everything I need. But yeah, you get it. You get it. I'd be saying the same thing over and over if I... What? Hello? There we go. And then that goes there. And then one more layer up. Ooh, I forgot the trapdoors. Whoopsie. That's 8. 8 trapdoors. There we go. Wait. Yeah, I think it was 8. 3, 6, 8. Yeah. Oh, you just want to be placed a certain direction, don't you? You just want to be placed a certain direction, don't you? I bet you're placed sideways. I bet you're placed the other way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thought so. You know what? I don't even really care. It's the same thing. This is one reason you stopped streaming for the longest time, and now you're wanting to go back, but no drive to do it. See, that's the thing. That's another thing I was going to say. It's like, you guys being here is the only reason I'm still streaming. And I came very close to stopping streaming a couple of times. Because, especially there at the beginning, like right at the beginning, you know, it was... oh, new streamer hype, you know, new affiliate hype, you know, so people were here, and then, you know, they stopped coming, and it got boring, and I was like, why am I still doing this? Nobody's here anymore. I might as well just stop. So I would take breaks between streams, and which obviously doesn't help anything, and, and then you come back and maybe someone would be there and maybe it has some viewers for a while because it's like, hey, you're back. And it's like, yeah, I would have been here the whole time, but you guys left first. And, you know, it's just the whole thing. And it's like, I almost stopped streaming completely. And Sarah will tell you this. I came very close to just not streaming anymore. And in fact, I even think a couple of times I did say I was done. Like, yeah, I'm done streaming. It's like, I'm just not gonna do it anymore. And then, I should take more white, actually. She would talk me back into giving it another chance. So I would. And, I'm glad she did, because, here in the last, couple of months, you guys... oop, how is that there? That shouldn't be there. Here these last couple months, I don't know what I don't know if it's something I'm doing different, or if it's just a matter of timing now, or what, but all of a sudden these last couple of months, people have been actually showing up and hanging out and keeping me company, and it's just been so much fun. Like, I think it was about a month ago now. We had so many people here talking, and I told Sarah afterwards, I'm like, that was the most fun stream I think I've ever had. And it was no coincidence also the night that I had the most people here talking that I've ever had. That wasn't a coincidence. My most fun was literally when I had people here talking. And when I have a stream like I had Friday, I'm trying hard not to let those types of streams get to me anymore. But Friday I streamed and nobody was here. And that's fine. It was probably the game. Nobody wanted to watch that game. And the people that probably would have watched that game were probably in the game with me. So now if my Mondays and Tuesdays streams were still going like they were, if my Mondays and Tuesday streams went like my Friday stream did this week, like all the time, I would probably for sure have stopped streaming, because there's not much point when there's nobody there. It's like, that's the whole point. The whole point is to interact with people and to have a conversation with people. You know, the game is a side thing. It's like, yes, I'm playing a game, but I'm here to hang out. I'm here to hang out. So if nobody's here hanging out, why am I here? And that, maybe I shouldn't feel that way, but that is how I feel. It's like, if nobody's going to be here and hanging out, I mean, that's fine. You know, obviously I can't force people. I would like for people to be here and hanging out, but if nobody can or nobody wants to, you know, I get it. But it's like, if that's the case, what exactly am I doing here? Because that eliminates the purpose of streaming, in my opinion. It's like, and I know I kind of limit myself. Let's see, how do I put this? For example, on my single player world that I need to get back to at some point, that's another thing. I've taken a big step away from that here lately because I've been so focused on this city, and for other reasons, that because, you know, we're at the design and build stage, and I have zero ideas for that. But that's besides the point. The point is, when I was still playing on that world regularly, I would do a lot of work during the week off stream, and so that was a lot of stuff that, you know, nobody saw me do because I was doing it off stream. And then stream would come along and I would show what I did do, and then we would do whatever it was I was doing, and then rinse and repeat. Most of the work was being done off stream, but with this city, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to just build during the week and then come on and show what I did. I mean, to be fair, I do that. I absolutely do work during non-streaming hours. Case in point, the street lights. I didn't do that on stream. I could have. It would have been kind of boring because that's literally 10 hours of work of doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But you know, so obviously I do work off stream. Obviously I gather the materials for these buildings off stream because that's boring to watch. At least I think it is. Although, again, if I knew for a fact that every stream I would have a full chat of people like Griffin does, for example, where there's conversation going the whole time, you know, doing the grindy stuff wouldn't be so boring because I'd be able to have a conversation the whole time. And then maybe, you know, that's another stream I could do. But I've been waiting basically all week to do this. I could have had these buildings done, but I wanted to do these on stream because I like hanging out with you guys while I do this kind of stuff. If I was just doing work to get the work done, this would have been done, and I would probably already be started on the next one, to be honest with you. Because I think I've had this, I had the ground level done since like Wednesday or Thursday. And so all this work, it was like, I want to be on the server and playing, but I don't want to do this because this is stream stuff. So, street lamps. So, I don't know. Point is, when nobody's here, it's no fun because hanging out with you guys is the whole point. Just to wrap that back up and say the exact same thing that I've already said 5 or 6 times already. Because that's another thing my brain likes to do. It likes to repeat itself. Sometimes literally back to back. I'll be like, I'll say something, and then, for example, let's say I said, I can't even think of an example, but I would say something, and then I would literally repeat the exact same phrase one more time. Am I out again? I am. Like right there, for example, that would have been one. That would have been one. That would have been one of the ones that my brain would repeat. I would have been like, "Am I out of white concrete? I am." And then I'd hop down and go, "I am." My brain loves to do that, and I can't explain why. It just does. I forgot to grab a chest for my empty shulker boxes. Do I need more glass? I do need more glass. And more black concrete wouldn't hurt. Oh, I have these torches that I don't need. That's taking up a whole slot. I'll take more of this. I've been using that mostly. Oh, hey babe. Iris here. I've used Iris mostly here recently, but then the other night she told me that she didn't care if I used her real name, so I've went back to saying her real name. So this is Sarah. This is my fiance. Thanks for stopping by. You probably heard me in here ranting, and you wanted to see what I was ranting about, probably. But I appreciate you swinging in. Just going on and on about. In fact, now that you're here, you can tell him how many times have I said I was done streaming, or was thinking about being done streaming at the very least, because, you know, I just wasn't having anybody here watching and talking more importantly. It's like, I need the conversation. Otherwise it's like, why am I here? It's like, if nobody's going to be talking with me, I can be playing this game just the same and still not be talking with anybody. So why am I wasting my time streaming? An ad came on. Is it done? Is the ad over? Okay. What I was saying, now that since you're here, you can actually tell them how many times that I say that I was done streaming, or at least thinking about being done streaming, because I just wasn't having anybody watching. And it's like, if nobody's gonna be here having a conversation with me, it's like, why am I here? You know, it's like, I can be sitting here playing this game, talking to no one without streaming. So what's the point of streaming if it's gonna be the exact same as that? And you know, so these past couple of months, in fact, babe, since you're here, tell them how much happier I've been streaming these last couple of months, since everybody's been here and talking to me recently. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it's something I'm doing different, or if it's just everybody's schedules lining up better, or what. But more people have been here the last couple of months, and I've been having so much fun. And in fact, I think it was just about a month ago, I was like, I think that was the most fun I've ever had on a stream ever. And that was that stream, and we had like a crap load of people in here talking. And it was just so much fun. I had a blast. It's like I blinked my eyes and my 3-hour stream was over, because I was just having so much fun that whole time. All right, I don't have any more of those. I need to buy more of those. Let me buy more of those. I need to buy more of those. I got to have those. I need to play my game. Shop. Shop. Pokeball. Buy. fly. Yay! Now, if it's still there, I can do this again. It does take a while to... Oh my god. See how forgetful I am? Dragon, you redeemed this have a drink on me like how long ago now? Oh my god, Dragon, I am so sorry. How long ago? Oh my god. What time was this? Does it show a time? It does not show a time. It was... It has to be at least a half an hour. Let me do this before I forget to do it yet again. Dragon ordered a pretty fly for a Mai Tai, or have a drink on me, rather. That's what I call it. If I can find my bookmark here. There it is. Don't use... Oh, yeah, God, mobile sucks. Mobile Twitch is garbage. Mobile Twitch is garbage. I don't know how Mac deals with it, guys. Mac is only on mobile. All right. This recipe is called Sour to the People, inspired by the song Power to the People by John Lennon, written in 1971. Another blast of fist clenching, beard stroking, political activism from the Solo Beetle and the Plastic Ono Band. But it's true to say Power to the People wasn't John Lennon's finest hour. The hand claps were borrowed from Macca. The saxophone backing tracks from the Benny Hill theme tune, and the lyrical content straight from A Beginner's Guide to Communist sloganeering. Lennon himself would later admit to being slightly embarrassed by the track. Indeed, some say the best thing about the song is the whiskey-fueled cocktail it inspired. Sour to the People, right on. This recipe only makes one. You will need... if you step any closer, you'll be on camera, just so you know.
No, I'm good on that.
Yeah, so don't step any closer or you'll be in the frame. See, your arm was just in frame.
That's cool. Okay.
Here's Sarah.
Where am I looking? Oh.
Right there.
Hi. I got tired of texting.
Yeah.
Won't be in that long anyway.
Yeah. All right, this recipe makes one. You will need ice cubes, 2 measures of Scotch whiskey, 1 measure of lemon juice, 1 measure of sugar syrup, and a lemon wedge to decorate. The method: fill a cocktail shaker with ice cubes, add the remaining ingredients and shake. Strain into a glass filled with ice cubes, decorate with the lemon wedge, and serve. And that, ladies and germs, is a Sour to the People. And there is a little picture here. John Lennon's glasses and megaphone and peace symbol and whatnot. I can't believe I got it to focus instantly on that picture. I usually have to fight it. Not every one of these has a picture, but that one did. Love you. All right, let me mark that as complete before I forget to do that. That was the reward request. That's what it's called. I couldn't find the button. Mark as complete. All right. Dragon, thanks for that redeem. Sorry it took who knows how long. You get on a rant and then you get on a rant and then before you know it, a half hour's gone by and you forgot all about it, even though you were holding the book in your hand the whole time. You'll take a tequila sunrise, please. I don't know how to make one of those, but it has tequila in it. That's all I can tell you from it. I've never actually made any of these drinks, by the way, but some of them do sound interesting. I'm not the biggest drinker. I usually just drink beer most of the time. If I'm drinking, I'll drink whiskey. My favorite is Crown Royal Regal Apple. And my favorite way to drink that is just probably maybe a 1 or 2 ounce pour on ice and then top it off with ginger ale. Canada Dry specifically. That is a tasty beverage, let me tell you. I could plow through some Crown that way. In fact, I did. The last time I really drank for real I put away a half a bottle of Crown in like just like a couple of hours. That was a fun night. But like I said, that's a very rare occasion these days. I mostly just drink beer and I never drink enough to get drunk off of it. All right, let me catch back up. It's all good. Tequila, grenadine, and orange juice. Nice. That sounds tasty, actually. That actually sounds pretty tasty. It would probably depend on the any particular type of tequila. You like white, or you like the non-white, whatever it's called. I don't know the official names for this stuff. You thought while half awake my title said starting a new pizza? That's funny. Nope. Nope. I wish, but no. Oh, by the way, welcome in, Jazz. Let me show you what we're doing here. We'll back off here and we'll do that. So this is what we're working on tonight. You don't drink adult drinks anymore. Like I said, it's a rarity when I do. If I do, it's usually at a birthday party. And by party, I mean we go out to dinner and then we go back to a family member's house and play games. And it's usually just a beer. This is what we're working on tonight. And while we're at it, I'll turn on this and this. These are the next two buildings coming up. I have a lot of resource gathering to do, but I'll be doing that throughout the week. This one's going to be next, and then this one's going to be after that. Once these two buildings are done, I will be taking a slight break from the building process because I keep doing that. That is the wrong button. I need to do that. Turn these off and then go back to this. Because if you look here, you see this enormous empty space here in the middle. That is what I am absolutely most excited for in this entire city, short of the last building being built and calling it done. I am most hyped about this. I literally cannot overstate how hyped I am about that. Let me show you why. A little rabbit hole dipping here again. But been clean 15 years? Nice. I'm glad you've been able to stay clean that long. I'm assuming it was probably a slight problem if you're keeping track of how long. So I'm glad you've been able to stay clean. Let me throw on some shaders. The shaders really sells it. The shaders is what really sells it. Gotta wait for him to load. Thanks to Lexi keeping you clean. You gotta have a support system. I think that's like step one. Get a support system or something like that. Or well, step one's admitting the problem, and then step two, I think it's probably finding support system or something like that. It's gotta be towards the top of that list of things you need to do, right? You have to have a support system. But look at this park, guys. This is the inspiration. This park is the inspiration for the park that I want to build. So look at this. This is it. This is it. This. Just this. All of this. It will be these exact trees, actually. I already have them over there separated out. They've already been turned into schematics. So I can already gather. That's what I was going to say. I need to take a short break from resource gathering or building buildings. Because that tree right there alone is one shulker box of leaves. 13 stacks roughly of that one and 13 stacks roughly of that one. And little bits of each left over. So it adds up to pretty much one shulker box of leaves per each one of those trees. This one takes a handful of stacks. This one, I don't know how much that one takes, but quite a few leaves. So I'll be doing a lot of leaves. Have I been watching people this month on Oak Do Hardcore? I don't even know what that is, Jazz. I don't watch a lot of hardcore because I don't play hardcore. I die too much. I die way too much, and I die way too much for nonsensical reasons. I've especially on servers, I'll have like lag, and then all of a sudden the game will be like, oh, you're not actually flying, and then it'll slam me into the ground and I'll die. That's happened more than once. So I definitely wouldn't want to have that happen in a hardcore world, because I die way too often. Yeah, that's the whole that's the only reason. The fact that you don't technically lose the world. Technically speaking, what happens is when you die in hardcore, you get put into spectator mode and you can no longer build. So you don't technically lose it, but you're done. You can no longer actively play in it. You can just look. So, because I mean, brand new world, I usually die at least twice within the first 5 in-game days. That's just the way it goes. Lexi is here somewhere. Hi, Lexi. I hope you're feeling okay tonight. But yeah, I die too much to play hardcore, and I don't watch hardcore. I mean, maybe if it's like a limited event like this 9 Lives thing going on, which I haven't actually watched, but like I would be more interested in something like that. Like seeing all these streamers that do hardcore and they're like many thousands of days into it. I'm like, yeah, that's impressive that you haven't died in that many Minecraft days, but like, it's like, other than that, it's like, I know you're like building cool stuff and everything. It's just like, I don't want to get invested, because I know at some point the likelihood, the inevitability of you slipping up somewhere, or a ninja creeper sneaking up behind you somewhere, or just some random accident happening, and then you die, and then that world is gone. I don't want to get like, can you imagine if Halcyon Heights was hardcore, and Griffin, being Griffin, happened to survive all the way up until almost the end? Like he just gets the shell of the Sky Station built, and then he Griffins himself, and he can no longer do anything with it. Can you imagine that? Because that's what it would be like. And that's what it's like watching hardcore players that end up dying on a world that they've been on forever. They lose it, and it's like, I'm just as heartbroken now, because I've invested in this world too, and now it's gone. Like, look how much everybody was crying just because the season was ending. You know, can you imagine it ending abruptly, unplanned, unprepared? I don't want to get invested in that kind of thing. So that's why. But anyway, this park here, this is the inspiration for the park that's going in my city. I roughly guesstimated this park, I will need to build about 8 minimum parks this size. I mean, it's going to be one big park, but like multiply this park by like 8 at least. And that's how big my park is going to be. It's probably closer to 9 or 10 if you really break it down. It's probably closer to that, maybe even more than that. But we're going to have boat rental stands, we're going to have docks on the river. There's going to be bushes, there's going to be street lamps, or walking path lamps technically. There's going to be benches, there's going to be food carts. There's a food cart over there. There's going to be picnic areas with the gazebos, barbecue pits, picnic tables. There's going to be playgrounds. And I just hired Jen to do the pathways. See, this pathway is actually the least impressive part about this whole place. It's just plain gravel. If you guys have seen Jen's place, and if you was watching Griff yesterday, you've seen him. The pathways in Jen's base is so good. And so I hired Jen to come make pathways just like that in the park. So the pathways are going to be even more epic. And these are all custom trees. There's only 5. Only 5. Let me free cam because it's faster. The only 2 that weren't in The only two of these trees that aren't in that park are this one and this one. This one may or may not get used at all, and if it is, it's going to be along the riverbank. This one, I will probably actually use this one. But other than that, it's just this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's it. Just these 5. They're not even rotated randomly to make it look different. They're all facing the same direction and everything. And yet, when you're looking at it from here, you can't really tell. And even when you're looking at it from here, when you're just walking through, you can't really tell. They're spaced out far enough. You know, each tree is sparsely placed. You know, this tree, the closest one is over there. And the next closest one is way over there in the corner, I think. And then this one is only in here a few times. Each one's only in here a handful of times. But that's sparsely spread out one of each type. You know, it just comes together. It just comes together. You can ignore this tree here. This was on a server that had the Slime Fun plugin, and it automatically adds these trees. I think this is a lemon tree. I think these are supposed to be lemons. So you can ignore this one tree. This tree wasn't here until that plugin got installed. But playground over here. Why am I was walking to give you the experience. But a playground. But just look at this place. Just look at it. Look how nice this looks. Obviously, I'll have a river instead of a pond. But can you see why I'm so hyped about this park? Look how nice it looks from the ground. Look how small it looks from above. Look how small it looks from above, but when you're in it, when you're on the ground, it feels so much bigger than it is. It feels so much bigger than it is. And then you come over back on the server. Let's take a little flight. Here's one of those custom trees already. And of course it's loading slowly. Oh, my ping is trash, that's why. My ping decided it wants to be trash again. Wow, my ping is horrendous. It still thinks I'm moving, and I'm not even touching the keyboard right now, guys. I'm not touching nothing. It still thinks I'm moving. Why does my ping do this to me? What did I do to you, ping? Eh? Look at this. It's still, look at the numbers. Look at those numbers. They're still moving. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything. Let's see how long this lasts. Let's just see how long. There it goes. Finally. It thinks I'm on the. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for that. See, I don't buy that for a second. And the shaders are borked. Let's switch them to BSL. BSL has better looking water in my opinion anyway. I like complimentary for everything except 2 things. I like BSL's water and I like the God Rays from BSL better as well. I said BSL, not internal, you dork. Why do things have to happen like this? Why? Why? There we go. See, look at that water. That water looks great. The complimentary water looks too blue. Is there a way to take the water from one shaders and throw it in a different shader? Like you can with the resource pack? Can you do that? What is my ping now? Is it better? It is better. Okay. Anyway, you take that park. You take that park. Look at this huge area. And now my map is borked. What? Why? You guys saw this map not even an hour ago. It was way more expanded than this. I hate the map sometimes, guys. I really... So let's just fly it. Can you picture it now, guys? First things first. Like I said, I hired Jen. By the way, how great do these street lamps look at night, by the way? And I think Pix is going to be building something here. There's Pix now, actually. Hi, Pix. But look at this. I hired Jen to come do the pathways. They're going to look like this. Look at this pathway, guys. Look at this pathway. There's going to be gravel mixed in it, too. That's the one thing I want to have. I do want gravel in it. But look at this pathway. Look how awesome this looks. And with the moss carpets, we can even hide lights under there. She probably did that, too, actually. Yep, she sure did. And, but yeah, look at this. All the pathways in the park are going to look like this. So, as nice as that park was, picture that park with these pathways. And then expand it over this whole area here. And this area here, and that little bit over here that you can't see. You love the mud and moss. Yes. Not only mud, it's rooted mud. I think that's what it calls. Muddy mangrove roots. And I think it has two textures. You have this texture here, and then then you have this texture here. Yeah, there's two different textures. It's rotatable. Ooh, this song hits. This song's a banger. A lot of people hate on this band because of the falsetto singing, but they have good songs. This is... Come on. How can you not bop your head to that? Yeah, you have the side texture, and then you have the top texture. It's rotatable. And then you got the mud, packed mud, and mud bricks. You got your tough, you got your mossy cobble, you got your regular cobble. Got random, that's, I think that's coarse dirt, probably. Yeah, coarse dirt. And maybe even a path block here or there. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. Oh, this is the Darkness. You might remember them for I Believe in a Thing Called Love. That was their big hit. But this whole album's a banger. See, they get a lot of crap for this singing, the falsetto singing. They get a lot of crap for that. Set that aside and just listen to the song. It's a banger, man. But yeah, I just love these pathways so much. As soon as I saw these pathways yesterday, because these are fairly new. Because last time every time I come over here, Jen has added more stuff. Every single time I come over here, there's new stuff. And I think this pathway is fairly new. Because I don't remember seeing this pathway the last time I was over here, but when I saw it yesterday during the tour, I instantly knew I wanted to hire Jen to come do the pathways in the park. 100%. If you go back and rewatch Griffin's VOD, you probably even see me. I was like, Jen, remind me to ask you about something and to show you the trees. Well, I showed the trees and I asked, and she's gonna be doing the parks for me. And just look how nice it looks. I mean, these are all custom trees as well, but they're all the same type of tree because Jen loves birch. So imagine the height variety, the leaf variety, the shape variety, you know, the wood type variety, mixed with these paths and other decorations. Because this is just like a natural path. It's not a straight up park. Mine's going to be like an actual park. So there's going to be food stands and playgrounds and docks, boat rental stations, you know, just all sorts of stuff. I mean, I would imagine right here there's going to be a dock coming straight off of here. I can almost guarantee it. And why did the water disappear again? You guys saw that, right? When I first turned on BSL, the water was here. And I was like, look how good the water looks. Can you swap water between packs? It's probably because I have... Look at all the glitching. Look at all the glitching. That's a bummer. I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, point is, can you see why I'm so utterly freaking hyped about the park? I am more hyped about the park than I am about the whole rest of the city, except completing it itself. I'm just that hyped about it. I mean, picture it. All those trees sprinkled around here, all the way around over there, and then I don't even know the path, how the paths, like where they'll go. I told Jen she has free reign. Make them wherever you think they need to go. So I will have to have Mac come over here and work first, because like right here, for example, it's only 3 wide right here. So from that corner right there, I'm gonna have Mac come through. It's best to look from here. So from here to over here, I'm gonna have Mac create a nice, gentle, sweeping curve. Like that, roughly. Follow my actual cursor, not the square around it. The square highlights the chunk. My cursor's the actual path. It's just a nice, gentle, sweeping curve like that. So this is all gonna be filled in. Not even filled in all the way. It's just going to be covered over, probably. That's how I did the river, because this river actually came through to here. It came through like this. I covered it over, and it in fact, I can show you. Where am I? Here we go. It came through right here. Mac already terraformed this for me. Yeah, right here. Here's the old river. Where is it? Where'd it go? Seriously, where did it go? There was literally a river here. There it is. Here's the river. Or is that just a cave? That's just a cave. Where did the river go? Don't tell me there was no river here. I know there was a river here. I covered it over myself. I literally covered it over myself. Here it is. Jeez. Right here. It was going a different direction. Sorry about the ads. I know Griffin said he has his turned off because he never made a lot from them, but I've noticed the difference. I think it's all a matter of your settings. Because I had mine turned all the way down before as well, and I was making less than $1 a month for an entire month. I made less than $1. And then one day I saw there was a button. Welcome back. One day I saw a button that said recommended settings for the ads, and I clicked it. And ever since then, I make about $5 a month now on ads, which is not a lot, but considering how small of a streamer I am, you know, I mean, I'm not doing this for the money, of course. Like I said earlier, I'm doing this because I love hanging out with you guys. But if the option is there to earn money, who's going to say no to money? Name a single person on this planet that would say no to money in any scenario. Well, I've said no to money in certain scenarios, but disproving my own point. But like, for example, I found a dog running loose in the neighborhood, and I tracked down the owner. She wanted to give me money. I'm like, no. I just want you to have your dog back. So yes, I've turned down money before, but you know, not for that was doing a good deed. That wasn't doing it for money. This isn't for money either. However, this isn't just a good deed. This is a hobby. I do this for fun. I do this because I like hanging out with you guys. So if the option is there to make money while I'm at it, why not? And since you only get money when you hit a certain amount anyway, it's not like, oh, I earned $5 this month and they send me the $5. No, I have to earn a minimum amount of money before they give me any money. So that $5 a month, it gradually adds to that total. If I wasn't making any ad revenue, then it would take, who knows how long, if ever, to get paid out at all. Because it would, so yeah, it's $5 isn't much, but $5 a month to meet the minimum, I think it's 10 months. So it might be one payment a year. It might be one payment a year, but hey, that's one payment more than I got. I'm just sitting here hanging out with friends playing a game. And now I just made a little bit of cash, not a lot, but that cash has paid for upgrades. It's paid for this camera. It's paid for this microphone arm. It's paid for my new channel logo. The earnings go straight back into the stream for the most part. So, in fact, when I do reach my next payout, I plan to order some emotes from my artist friend that did my channel logo. I needed to do the channel logo first because all my emotes are going to be based off that character. I'm going to have a character, with the little bubble word, like your typical, an expression and then a word, like raid or something like that. I'll figure out what when the time comes, but the character needed to be done first. So now that the character's done, as soon as I get the next payout, depending on how much the payout is, I know how much at minimum it will be. And if it's only the minimum, I should be able to order 5 emotes with it. So it's not like the money is just going nowhere. It's absolutely going right back into the stream. So yes, that $5 is important when you look at it in that sense. Because I mean, the emotes I have now, I made those myself because I didn't have any money at the time to have it done. So I just made up some emotes so there'd at least be something if people were kind enough to subscribe. It's like the emotes and ad-free viewing are the biggest perks of subscribing, and when you don't have any emotes, it's like how important is ad-free? I think it's important, but those emotes is where it's at a lot of the time. So coming soon as whenever the next payout hits. I don't know how far away from hitting the minimum I am. I haven't looked because, like I said, it's really not about the money. It's really not. I don't even know how much I've earned right now to date. I know I just got paid from Twitch back in April, so I'm probably nowhere near another payout right now. Because it's usually a handful of months in between payouts. I've had 3 so far. And it's usually a handful of months between them. So since I just got one in April, I doubt I'll get one again until maybe August at the earliest. It all depends, like I said, ad revenue is a big factor in that. So it's like, I'm sorry the ads have to be there, but oh, crap, I'm out already. I wish they didn't have to be there, but unlike Griffin, who gets, look at this last weekend, for example, how many subscribers, how many thousands of bits did he get? That doesn't happen to me. So, ad revenue may be pittance to him, but to me, it's actually a big difference in whether I get a payout from Twitch or not. So, I need more food while I'm at it. But like I said, it's absolutely not about the money. It may not sound like I had to grab the wrong box, didn't I? It may not sound like it. I may be making it sound like it is, but I promise you it's not. I would do this for free. And I did do it for free for quite a while before I finally got affiliate last year. You know, I streamed for a few months before then, you know, and even if I never had hit affiliate and there was no money ever, I would still be doing this as long as people were here hanging out. I promise it's not about the money, even if I'm kind of making it sound like it is right now, because I could care less about the money. But if the money is going to be a thing, then it's going to be a thing. And I'm perfectly happy if all it is ad revenue. You know, I'm not expecting people to subscribe. I'm not expecting, you know, bits or any of that nonsense. You know, I'm obviously extremely appreciative when it happens. Like Diamond Miner Mom, first thing in this stream, you know, her resub hit, her 12-month resub hit. And then she gave a gift sub to Jennifer Red, which I'm extremely appreciative for. You know, but even if that didn't happen, I just appreciated the fact that she was here and supportive for a whole year. You know? A year. It's been a year now, guys. A full freaking year. And how it's been a whole year, I just can't, I don't know. My brain can't wrap my head around the fact that people have been watching me for a year, and particularly the fact that people have felt generous enough and kind enough / like what I'm doing enough to actually be subscribed for a whole year like Diamond Miner Mom has. I'm pretty sure between her and probably Mac, I know Mac's been subscribed most of the time, although I don't know if Mac subscribed right away. Diamond Miner Mom subscribed literally day one last year. I remember. She popped in and subscribed, and so she was definitely here day freaking one last year, 100%. Mac may not have subscribed right away, so Mac might be right behind her, but Mac's been subscribed most of the time. And that just blows me away that people are willing to spend money to subscribe to me here. And like, Tally, welcome in, by the way. I don't know how much of the conversation you caught before you said hello, but I've just been trying to explain how it's not about the money while simultaneously explain that it's about the money. It's like, it's not about the money. I've said it's really not. I want to be perfectly clear. It is 100% not about the money. There's Sarah again. She'll tell you it's not about the money. I did this for free before affiliate ever was a thing. I would still be doing it for free as long as I had people in chat like I have been having the last couple of months. I don't know if it's something I'm doing different or if it's just schedule lining up. Iris or Sarah, either one, Tally. I was saying, I said Sarah for a long time, and then she finally started getting her own online presence, and she's going by this. So I started calling her by this because it's an online presence thing. Like, my name is Andy, but nobody calls me Andy when I'm online. Everybody calls me Metal when I'm online. So when I was talking about her online, I would use her online name. But she told me the other night that she doesn't care either way which name I use. So it's easier for my brain to remember. Because, see, when I say Iris, I have to translate in my brain from Sarah to Iris because I know her as Sarah because that's what I've known her by ever since we've met. So I'm translating in my brain into Iris. So now that I don't have to, now that she told me that I don't have to do that, I'm just defaulting back to Sarah because it's quicker for my brain. I don't have to have that extra step. Don't say Sarah, say Iris. So yeah, either way. But like I said, as long as I have people here watching, I don't care if I make another dime. However, while making a dime is an option, who's going to say no to that, right? It's like, I wish there was a better way to get ad revenue without making you guys watch ads. But, you know, I mean, that's how it works. I mean, I would love to turn the ads off, but like I was saying with Griffin, you know, Griffin said he has his ads turned off, or at least turned down to a minimum or whatever, because he just wasn't making that much from them. It's like, yeah, nobody makes that much from them unless you're a huge streamer that has literally thousands of viewers. You know, you get 1,000 viewers watching a 3-minute ad or a 1.5-minute ad or however long the ads are. You know, that's a little bit of coin there. You know, when you only have, you know, 10, 15 people like me at the most, you know, it takes a whole month just to make $5, which is fine. It adds up over time. It absolutely adds up over time. And the money is going back into the stream. Like I said, that money has helped pay for this camera. That money has helped pay for this microphone stand. That money has paid for my channel logo. You know, I bought it before I got the money, but I was able to then use that money to then pay that money back, if that makes sense. So, you know, as long as it's a thing, you know. Now, speaking of Griffin, if my channel was as big as Griffin's, which hopefully one day I would love it to be as big as Griffin's. I love his chat. I love how active his chat is. That's my dream type of chat. I want that kind of chat more than I want anything on this platform. But besides the fact, just look at his weekend. Look how many subscriptions he got this weekend. Look how many bits he got this weekend. You know? He made more in one day than I've made in a whole year streaming. So yeah, for him, it's probably not worth having ads turned on. But for me, it absolutely is. That $5 is the difference between getting a payout and not getting a payout from Twitch. So maybe one day, he is awesome. I love Griffin's channel. I love Griffin. I wouldn't even have my channel if it wasn't for... Oh, I grabbed the wrong stuff. I'm so used to grabbing more materials to keep stacking, I forgot I need roof stuff. But I wouldn't even have my channel, pretty much, if it wasn't for Griff. I wouldn't be affiliate, probably, anyway. I do need some of that, though. I need this, I'll need this, and that. And that. So maybe one day, hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh yeah, the Star Trek, the piece by piece, yeah. Oh, I almost made it. But one day, hopefully, fingers crossed. I would love for it to happen. It's not like it has to happen tomorrow. But I would love it for it to happen eventually. And you know, so in time, hopefully, fingers crossed, that does happen. But until then, until I can have a weekend when oh, it's piece by piece. Let me do the thing here. Shout out piece by piece. It's her. It's Nick. Her name is Nick. Or you can call her Peace. Peace or Nick, either way. She's a huge Star Trek fan. Huge Star Trek fan. In fact, I wish she was on right now because I'm about to raid out. And when you raid into her, she has a whole Star Trek themed rap she does when you raid into her. I love Nick. Her channel is awesome. Her channel is so much fun. We play a lot of... I don't know what she's been up to lately. I haven't been able to watch because I've been streaming lately on her normal stream days. So I haven't been able to keep up with her as much recently, sadly. But we play a lot of Star Trek Online together, doing TFOs. And it's always a lot of fun. Is that the last thing here? It was. Excellent. But yeah, Nick's a good watch. Nick's a good watch. Babe, I'll be done in just a minute and then I'll be in there. I'm about to raid out myself. Perfectly timed too. I just finished that second building. I actually got about as much done as I thought I would. I honestly got as much done as I thought I would. I was expecting to get 2 towers done, and I got 2 towers done. How about that? After ranting for an hour, well, not ranting. After bragging's not the right word either. What's the right word? Raving. That's the word. After raving about how hyped I am about the park. For an hour and 45 minutes. Literally hour and 35 minutes because I forgot the 10-minute lead in. Literally an hour and 35 freaking minutes. I was just raving about how hyped I was about the park. Of course, I was showing off what I did over the weekend and everything as well. But, yeah, even with all that, I still managed to get done exactly as much as I thought. Which means I am an hour and a half out of doing this. I probably could have had the 3 smaller ones done tonight had I actually focused on it. You've been messing with Create Mod and Creative, and you actually got elevator work. Nice. I would love to play the Create Mod more, but it's just so complex. I'd rather watch people play it. Every time I watch like Tango or Papa K or Scar, you know, and Tango. Did I say Tango already? And I don't usually watch Zed. I know Zed's on there too, though. Their little Create series they got going on. It's like, oh, B-dubs too. Right, B-dubs. Can't forget B-dubs. How did I forget B-dubs? But let me switch over to this screen because I'm pretty much done. You know, watching that series, it's like, oh, that looks like so much fun. Look at all the cool stuff you can do. And then you go on there and then you try to work it out. It's like, how do they know how to do this stuff? It's like, I don't know how this stuff works. So it's just the whole thing. Anyway, let me start wrapping things up here. Movie night will obviously be a little delayed as I predicted. For any of you guys that may be lurking or whatever, and you're not already in my Discord, I would recommend it. I don't ping everybody. It's a very low ping server. I broke my one rule last night. My one rule is I don't at everybody. I broke that one rule last night because it was actually very important. My 1-year affiliate anniversary is this week. I dropped the ball. I didn't get anything planned for this week, so it's going to be, the celebratory stream is going to be next week. Been trying not to ping everyone as much too. Yeah. So the celebratory stream is going to be next week. I have a poll up in the announcements channel on which day next week, either Monday or Friday next week. It's Monday the 12th or Friday the 16th. Which day is better, or if both is fine, there's an option to mark that as well. If neither is fine, well, then it doesn't really matter if you vote or not, because obviously neither works. So it doesn't matter. But make sure you vote if it does matter, and you do like to make it, because whichever day gets the most votes is the day that we will do it on. As much as it sucks to leave people out, I have to go with the majority because we're going to be playing community games. And besides the fact that I just want as many people here as possible because I just like hanging out with you guys. That's the whole point of this streaming thing. When you're doing community games, you kind of need a community here to play with. So I have to go with the day that has the most people because I need the most people here to play the games. Possibly Among Us if there's enough people for that. If not a big deal, because I know Jennifer Red already said that she doesn't want to play that game. She would rather watch that game. So we might play that for a little while and then switch it up. We might do on-stream games like Words on Stream or Marbles or Gartic Phone or something like that. Possibly another game like Crab Game, which is free. I'll be looking into more options during the week to see if there's any other games that are free that we can play as a community. And then after stream, in the Discord, we'll be doing the usual movie night, but it's going to be a specially picked movie that is, like a fun, lighthearted, chill movie. No harsh language, because I know there's some people in my community here that don't like the bad language and they don't watch the movies that have them. So I want as many people to be comfortable with the movie choice as possible. So as many people as possible will be in there watching with me to cap off the end of the celebration. So I already have my Discord. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of picks in there. I know Tally, you've already gave me some picks, and I'm sure there's more since I've looked last. But just a fun, lighthearted movie that everybody can enjoy, just to cap off the night. And that's it. Like I said, that's either going to be next Monday or next Friday, whichever one wins the poll. As much as it sucks, as much as it sucks to leave the people out, like say Friday wins, but like 3 or 4 people from Monday can't make it. It's like, well, as much as that sucks, that 3 or 4 people can't make it, 7 or 8 others can make it. So, or vice versa, which I haven't looked at the poll recently. I don't know which one is winning right at the moment. But make sure you get in the Discord. Make sure you drop the vote. Also, that's just a fun place to hang out. We do the watch parties every Monday and Friday regardless. Next week isn't an exception. Next week it's just going to be more geared toward everyone, so everyone can have a chance to be there, since it's a community night for sure. It's always a community night, but it's a special community night because of the anniversary thing, like I said. So it's an every Monday and Friday thing, though. So if that's interesting to you and you want to come watch movies with us, for example, tonight's movie, Last Action Hero. Tally, by the way, while I'm wrapping this up, could you go into the planning channel and let everybody know that I'm just now wrapping up stream and I'll be about 10 extra minutes late? It'll probably be about 10:30 by the time I'm ready to start, because Sarah's about to go to bed and I got to get my mom her medicine and everything first. So it'll probably be more like 10:30 at the earliest. If you could do that for me, Tally, I'd appreciate that. Like I said, every Monday and Friday. So if you want to watch the movie tonight, we're watching Last Action Hero. You got to be in the Discord, and then all you have to do is go to the Reaction Rolls channel and grab the watch party roll, and you should see the channels. And then if you don't, let me know, because I've been having issues getting that stupid bot to actually assign the roll. So I'll add it to you manually if you click the thing and it doesn't give it to you. I'll add it to you manually. Yeah, that's next week's plan. Tomorrow night I will be right back here, hopefully on time at 6:30 for tomorrow. We're going to, in fact, let me bring this back down while I'm at it. I wish you could just hold this button, but no, you have to tap it each time. We'll be right back here tomorrow, and we will be getting this next building done. For sure, this one will be getting done, because it's shorter than both of these combined, and we got both of these done. So we'll definitely get that one done, and we'll probably get a nice, decent start on this big one. So that'll be what's happening tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, at the appropriate time of 6:30. And then I'm off on Wednesdays. Usually. There may be an occasional Wednesday where I'll stream Among Us if I'm feeling like it, but normally I don't stream it because most of the people that watch me are also playing that game. So hence the viewership is lower, and it's one of those streams that I mentioned earlier that they're just not as fun for me. So when I know for a fact it's going to be a more boring stream, I just avoid them if I can. So I will probably, after tomorrow, assuming we don't get that big one done, which I doubt we will, maybe, but who knows, Either way, Friday, I'll be right back here again. If we do get this one finished tomorrow, then we will start on this next one. If we don't get this one finished tomorrow, then we'll finish this one up. And then we'll see where we go from there. But that's going to be it for me tonight. Let's find someone to raid into. Who is on? Who be on? Let's see. Choices. Good grief. I don't know what's worse, too little choices or too many choices. You know what? Thor's on. I haven't raided into Thor in a hot minute. Now, just to warn you guys, Thor is absolutely not family friendly. And by the way, neither is Nick, who, piece by piece, who I shouted out earlier. Nick is also not family friendly. Just a heads up about that. So Thor is not family friendly, but he's a cool dude, chill dude. He does playthroughs and gets games to 100% completion. That's his thing. He does 100% completions. What is he playing right now, actually? He is currently playing Diablo 4. So, but Thor's a great dude. I haven't been able to raid into him in a hot minute. So let's raid into Thor. Well, I've been able to, but I try to avoid the non-family friendly streamers as much as I can. But it's gonna be okay this time, I think. If you guys just want to do the raid call and then dip out, that's fine. But let's go show him some love. He's a really fun watch. I love watching Thor. He's got the coolest dog ever. He's got a dog called Slash. Cutest dog. And it's just really awesome. So let's go right into Thor. Let me start that. All right. If you are a subscriber of mine, here's the raid call to grab. In fact, let me grab that myself. Let me grab it myself. Now, unlike Stream Elements is not a subscriber of mine, which is why the emotes don't show up. They do work. Anyway, if you're not a subscriber of mine, grab the second raid call down there, the one with the wings that says raid. Those are standard Twitch emotes, and those will work. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you grab the right one. Otherwise, it'll look like Stream Elements up here, and it looks derpy because it's just words instead of the actual emotes. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Make sure you're voting on the poll. I'm sure most of you have already, but make sure you vote on that poll in the Discord. I will see you guys that are in the movie night in about 20 minutes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get it done on time and be ready. It depends on how chatty my mom wants to be with me. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the movie tonight or tomorrow night, same on 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So I will see you guys